What's up, y'all? Kofi Kingston here, and I would love to have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks, depending on what that drink is, preferably non-alcoholic, you know?
How's it going? I'm the Celtic Warrior, Seamus.
Wardlow here.
Soda.
I would love to have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks.
I would love to have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks.
Maple syrup.
I would never have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks.
Well, hello, friends. You know what day it is. It's Wednesday, and it's another episode 1 of Wrestling on the Rocks. A little shocked that Marv isn't here to bring me in, but that's okay. It's his birthday. He's allowed to celebrate on his own.
Mars asleep.
He's
drunk. He's already drunk.
Damn it, he passed out. God damn it, lightweight. Anyways, so I'm your host, Ms. Amanda Jane, and as per usual, we have the mid-boss of the IWC, Ref Marsh. How's it going, Ref Marsh?
L'chaim.
You know, I learned something interesting today, just a few minutes ago, that the Padres' little churchman thing is the swinging friar. Thank you for letting me know that.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah, my life is now complete. So now I want a fucking photo or like some kind of artwork of the swinging friar and John Cena.
Like together?
Yeah, I don't know. You could do something with the "you can't see me" kind of thing. I think there's something there. Swinging a baseball bat.
Maybe.
You know, whatever. Have the friar, "you can't see me." I don't know. I'm a sucker for that kind of shit. You know, take my money. Take it all, guys. So it's another episode 1 after a lot of wrestling this week. There was a lot of wrestling this weekend, but you know, we powered through it. Some of us.
There was a lot. And what was it? I even saw a thing that was like Tony Khan specifically. I think he told Meltzer, because I think Meltzer's the one who reported it, and I don't think Meltzer lies about what he's told by Tony. I think that whenever he's like, Tony's doing this, I have a feeling it's Tony told him that. But that Tony intentionally made it like 6 hours long because he felt like this weekend was a wrestling war. Like the WWE was counter programming, and so he was trying to wash out what the WWE was doing by basically timing out the rest of the day. So I don't know if it worked or not. I mean, hopefully everyone got what they were gonna get. But yeah, it didn't entice me to tune in at all to AEW, I'll be honest.
I did out of one, morbid curiosity, and two, because I talked about it on episode 1, and I probably should have. Anyway, so I did. It's about, it was almost 7 hours, just shy of 7 hours, I believe.
With the kickoff and shit?
Yeah. It was just shy of 7 hours. And I will say that what made it really drag were those fucking gauntlet matches. That wasn't necessary. So not necessary. It just was going on and on. The women's one. The men's one, it was weird because the women, it was like, who's coming out next? And why has it been like 20 minutes, it feels like, since the last woman came in? Versus the men, like you got one in, and then all of a sudden 10 seconds later, it feels like another guy just popped in. So I don't know. But before we get into all of that, let's play our little favorite game of What's in Your Glass. So what's in
I've got two glasses with me today.
Okay.
One's over there because it's chilling for when I'm ready for it. It's a Basil Hayden Smoke.
Oh.
Subtle Smoke is what it's called. Really fucking nice and smooth to sip on. But to get things started, I just wanted to have a couple of beers. So
nice. In the big beer stein. Well, I have a beer.
And actually, I'm having Shiner. It is Shiner Light in my Shiner.
Oh, very nice. Very
Shiner
very nice.
Oktoberfest Stein. So
yeah, that Shiner, I'm a fan. I wish I could find it around here. I have to maybe go to Bevmo. Maybe they have it there. But I was a fan of that. I have my own. Yeah, I have my own beer. I got A&W root beer because
there you go.
I can do that. And I'm, of course, my soda freak. But remember, kiddies, it is not about what you drink. It's about who you're drinking with. Even Marv, though he's passed out. So, yes.
He started early. He started way early.
He started early. But happy birthday to Marv. Okay. He celebrates with a lot of really cool people. There is a lot actually on this list here. One person.
There's some good ones, I know.
I know. Yeah. One of the people I want to kind of say happy birthday to and kind of wish she was here. And I also want to say that, mental health struggles are real. So Daphne, cheers to you. Happy birthday.
Cheers and tears.
Mm-hmm. Mojo Rawley. What the hell is
Mojo?
What is he doing now? I don't know.
Do you not know what he's doing?
No, what is he doing?
He's manager, but not like a wrestling manager, like a real fucking financial manager for a lot of the wrestlers, because a lot of them aren't told and taught and all this stuff. And honest to God, was it WrestleCon a couple years ago when it was in LA?
Mm-hmm.
He was there with Trinity and Jimmy Uso, and he wasn't there to be part of his thing. He was there because he was helping them with their business. If you look, a lot of times he pops up socials because he's spending time with them, because he's helping them manage their money and their dates, and he's like proper managing a lot of wrestling talent who otherwise are just kind of left to the wolves.
Wow, I did not know that. I would never expect that from him. Let's go there.
He's a really good dude, and he's super fucking smart.
Mm-hmm.
It's what he wanted. He was sort of helping the guys kind of learn that stuff while he was in. And then once he lost his job, he was all like, dude, I just want to help them all. And
yeah,
I mean, it's a business. I'm sure he makes good money on it, but at the same time, he's just a good dude.
Yeah. Met him once. He was really very nice, I thought.
Yeah. I met him a couple times and he's been really cool. Even at that one, I saw him sitting over there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because he's sitting right next to Jimmy Uso, because obviously he was there with Trinity. And I look over there and I was just all like, oh shit. And I pointed and Jimmy kind of went like that because he's trying not to get noticed. And I was all like, Mojo. And he just went and he started laughing. I was like, you're the fucking best, dude. I love you. He's like, thanks, bro. And Jimmy's kind of like, what?
Oh, I can see Jimmy. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He was like,
no, dude,
trying to lay low.
Yeah.
And then when I looked over at Jimmy and he saw him and I just kind of winked at him like, I know who you are, dude, but I'm fucking stoked to see Mojo.
Yeah, it's not about you, man. Not about you.
Yeah. You can have your time. I'm gonna have my moment with Mojo.
There you go. You did. Al
Yeah.
Snow, happy birthday to you. Low key, happy birthday, man.
Oh, yeah, he's
Low
good.
key. Oh, the story's about low key. But anyways, you know who I really miss? And honestly, I'm going to say that Fatal Influence is like this, like nothing compared to fucking Toxic Attraction. I miss goddamn Mandy Rose, and
Yeah.
it's her fucking birthday. So happy birthday,
Yeah.
Mandy, from one Mandy to another. Octacon Jr. from AAA, happy birthday. RJ City. I don't think he's funny. Happy birthday.
You know, I think that I don't think he always lands, but I think he's generally a funny guy. Like he is a clever dude. He's also real smart. But yeah, I don't think everything lands with him. I think sometimes but also it's his environment. It's who he's with and all that shit.
Sorry, just saw my text messages and
Yeah. There's a few nights this year. I just sent you another one that just came up too. That I was all like, oh man, too bad Amanda doesn't live in San Diego.
I know Dodgers have good shit. San Francisco makes you pay for it. And I'm like, first of all, one, I would never rock a Giants fucking jersey. I don't care if it's pink and Hello Kitty's all over it. Will never. My father would roll around in his grave, come back and haunt me and probably kill me. So, no. Yes. But I do have the Oakland A's ones. Yes, I said Oakland A's. Anyways, moving on. The Great Sasuke, happy birthday. Another one, Blue Demon Jr., happy birthday. Jeremy Borash, happy birthday. Newlywed Jinder Mahal, happy birthday. Yeah. Did you see yet the fucking dancing from his wedding?
No, I believe you. I saw part of the thing.
Oh no, it's just great because I'm just like, God, fucking love Drew McIntyre. Anyways, Lola Vice, happy birthday.
Oh, she's
Robert, cool. Yeah, Robert Gibson of the Rock and Roll Express, happy birthday. Remember Adam Rose?
Yeah.
Yep, he's celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday. Another favorite of mine here, Gringo Loco, happy birthday. Love Gringo Loco. Evil Uno, happy birthday. Mr. Iguana, happy birthday. Beer City Bruiser, old ROH guy, happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Dave Mastiff, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Tiger Hattori. And if anyone knows who Tiger Hattori is, he used to be probably, I think, the best ref of New Japan Pro Wrestling. He retired a couple of years ago, but he's the best. So I think the original All In was like his last appearance in the States, if I'm not mistaken, because he did the Okada Marty Scurll match that he didn't put his earpiece in and it went way too long. Also celebrating a birthday, someone, I don't want to say friend of the show, but the show loves him, is Cross. So Cross, happy birthday, dude.
He's been good to us. We used to go back and forth a little bit on socials, but yeah.
That's true. That's true. I don't know if I can officially say, because do we label him friend of the show? I think we should.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I think
I wouldn't say he's the show, but he's a friend of the show.
Yeah. I mean, I know him. I know Chris, so yeah. But anyways, Holiday, happy birthday. Giovanni Vinci, happy birthday. People up in here. Casey Navarro, happy birthday. Get well soon, dude. I know you're gonna miss Slammiversary next week. Let's see here. Akira Tozawa, happy birthday. Blake Christian, again, happy birthday. This one dude who I'm like, man, it's like WWE should have let this man retire with them, because he was with them for so fucking long in developmental. Talking about you, Dirty Dango. Yep, talking about him. Happy birthday. Maki Ito, the world's cutest wrestler. I don't know, but happy birthday. Another one, Kenny King, happy birthday to you. Shawn Michaels, you better be treating damn Ricky right. Happy birthday. And then finally, I saved this one because This lady, truly a friend of the show. I mean, miss her dearly. I know I do. I miss seeing her wrestle. I mean, she's been wrestling a little bit more, but it's bullshit. It's really bullshit. I really want her to be in WWE. Oh, that just would make the division even better. Oh my God. So happy birthday to La Mera Mera Thunder Rosa. Mel, cheers. Happy birthday.
Cheers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Love
I
her.
wonder about Rosa though too. Like,
Mhm.
I think she's good to go again, but I do wonder if she's wrestling a little bit before she's ready. You know what I mean? Like, I'm wondering if she's having, or is she just going like, because I mean, she was having those weird back issues, and I
Yeah.
almost wonder if she's not wanting to go to WWE because the schedule. I mean, maybe they haven't offered her anything, but I wonder if, like, I know that they've eased up a lot on their stuff, but she might not have to wrestle that much right now, or she might have to wrestle a lot if it's,
Mhm.
you know.
I think at first when she came back, it was a little iffy, you know.
Mhm.
Now that she's been back a while, yeah. Haven't heard anything about any, you know, the back flaring up or anything like that. I just coincidentally noticed, like, when certain people departed AEW's women's roster or whatever, they're calling upon her to wrestle more now, which
Yeah.
makes me shake my head. So I don't want to be gossipy, but that's just really, really sad. And remember, guys, if you have a wrestler, favorite wrestler of yours, an indie wrestler, whomever, that I didn't mention their birthday, I did mention Marv's a couple times.
Yeah, you nailed it.
You know, hit me in my DMs because, you know, we love the birthdays. So that's all the birthdays for you. And I'm going to tell you this, just peeking at next week, holy shit, it's going to be a banger. Lots of birthdays, lots and lots of birthdays, and lots of birthdays too. Oh yeah, that's right. A lot of birthdays to people I know. Oh my.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, actually, shit. I'm looking at it right now. Sneak peek. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of people I know. So happy birthday. All right. Where do we want to start?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Well, shit. There was a lot of wrestling. Is there any news that is kind of come about?
There's nothing really that seems all that. I mean, to me, there's not been much that's been all that interesting.
Yeah, I don't think there's. I think the dirt sheets. I think that they're kind of dying out.
I think people realize that not only do they not need them, but that they're actually a hindrance. I think. Yeah, I don't see anyone take it seriously. I couldn't tell you the last time I saw someone post something from anyone that we know of in the dirt sheets.
Yeah.
That wasn't mocking, or at least in some way like dismissive, right? Like, I haven't seen anybody post anything from any of those idiots in a long time.
Oh yeah.
And to be honest, some of them have gone on to go to do some podcast things too, and I've only heard poor things. You know what I mean? Like, I think that people are really over that concept of an industry, the idea of these wrestling leeches. And then you also look at what the media quote scrums have become, and it's all play nice and just it's I mean, you see there's the one dude, what's your Waffle House order? Like, I mean, it's just, it doesn't mean anything. It's just, you kind of like catch a snippet when you want to, but you don't have to.
We get blacklisted by certain companies that are owned by, you know, Tony Khan. Anyway, yeah. You know, all we want to do is ask, you know, hey, congratulations, Hangman. What's, you know, you have a victory drink, a celebratory drink. What's in your glass? That's all we want to ask.
Yeah.
I'm not asking about, you know, like, I would never go, yo, Ricky Starks. We're going back to the AW thing. So Ricky Starks, what size underwear do you wear? I wouldn't ask shit like that. Come on now. I probably already know the answer, but I wouldn't ask shit like that.
Yeah, you've already asked.
No, I don't ask. I'm just kind of like, critique the but yes, I do want to fucking confirm that he was told his gear is a little short. Was a little short.
Really?
Needs to have the trunks a little bit bigger.
So does that mean we're going to see new trunks on him soon?
He's been wearing new trunks.
Yeah.
But it's when he was in AEW, his trunks, those were the ones that his butt was eating the trunks.
Yeah.
And he was always forever adjusting and pulling it out of his ass because he would have cheek leak quite a bit. So I think he was told that he needs his gear. He needs to cover a little bit more.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
I get it.
Yeah.
But there's a gusset in it because it lifts him a little bit. I'm like, oh, yeah. But anyways, so we all know that I'm like I don't want to say connoisseur of that. Yeah. And no, it's like for some reason, like when we're talking about these dudes, like fucking Sean Ross Sapp wants us to take him seriously. I'm like, no, you're a fucking tool. No
one takes him seriously.
No. And that other chick too, like she, trying to be all over the place. What's her face? I don't like her. Denise Salcedo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you're dumb. You're just a little rat in a reporter's clothing. Anyway.
I mean, I don't know if I'd go that far, but I would say that you wouldn't believe some of the things I've heard from significant people in the industry when she's come up in conversation. So,
I've heard some things too. Heard some things too. Yes, and I'm just gonna leave that there. But yeah, so they're just really not relevant, and honestly, like I think that TikTok and Instagram sometimes is doing a banger job. And so sometimes that's how I find out things now. And I think that's a lot better than, trying to scour a dirt sheet.
Honestly, though, if I'm being like realistic, the rumors always come through. I mean, and look at the last big rumor I was seeing was that when Roman Reigns comes back, he's going to be OTC1. Okay. So fucking what? You know what I mean? Like, why are you trying to spoil that? Like, it's an attempt to give yourself some sort of weird validation, and it's irrelevant to anything that's relevant. That's just going to be the new merch he comes out with. He comes as soon as he shows up, you're going to see it, and no one see it. You're going, oh wow, that one dude said he would have a shirt like that. So now I know that person's super person is a fuck. They go, oh cool, it's like I heard. At best, worst case, it's like, oh, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, yeah, there's nothing on there that's worth spoiling to begin with. And then even as I watch it, all of it is so obvious what's going to be happening almost all the time. Very few times are there surprises. It's nice when they do have them, but for the most part, we're watching a pretty straightforward show. There's no have any reason to look for news. If someone's going to show up, they're going to show up, and if they're not, they're not. You mean I don't need to go dig into the dirt sheets to find out if Seth Rollins really injured his knee or not? I saw enough to know.
Yeah.
And then I know enough about injuries to know he's going to be out for a while. You know what I mean? That's not a comeback in a couple weeks thing. That's and you can hear it on commentary when during Raw they keep saying, remember, he has until June to cash it in because they're trying to buy him time already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're like, okay, he's expected to be out a long time, So yeah, I don't think the dirt sheets have any relevance.
No, but quick mention of note here. Speaking of merch, I actually looked at the WWE shop right now because I'm like, do they have that OTC one? Yep, they do. And he now has his own tribal chief belt.
I know he's got a tribal chief belt. He also has, if you look, like a White Claw cooler, igloo cooler thing. It's like a little koozie. Let
me see. I didn't see that because I was only looking at first at the main page. But let's see here. Let's see.
Yeah, if you click on Roman Reigns merch, you'll see it. Oh, that's cool. Some of these Funko Pops are coming out with it pretty cool.
Yeah, there's some things that are pretty cool, and then some things that are not cool.
Did you see the San Antonio fucking Cena gear? It's the Spurs. It looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting. I thought you and I were talking about it, and I was like, Robert Stone has merch? Are you
Yeah.
fucking kidding? Never mind. I'm sorry. I just saw that in there. Yeah. And it says Ricochet on the side.
It says Ricochet on his merch?
No, there's Ricochet is still one of the superstars.
Oh, yeah. There he goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was scrolling, finding Roman, and of course I stopped at, Ricky Saint for a second. I didn't click on it.
Yeah.
Pop
Man,
Funko.
some of his stuff, too, is full price. Like, there's a $60 hoodie for him for Ricochet right now.
Yeah. This Igloo cooler, the can thing? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those 16-ounce White Claw ones.
Yeah.
So
that is
cool. I tuned in briefly to Great American Bash. I saw they were doing a signing with Joe Hendry and Santana and Trick. I watched that and turned it off. I came back in later, saw the Fatal 4-Way with the women start and turned it off. I just couldn't be less interested in the NXT. It was so sloppy. Everything I saw was not good. But I was like, no. It was the last 2 times you've made me sit there and watch an entire show. They've been hardly watchable. Like it's terrible.
You didn't even see the best match of the fucking show.
I don't have any reason to watch any Ethan Page match ever. None.
But it's Ricky.
Okay, so it's Ricky losing in a match with a guy I've seen him wrestle 9 times. I'm over it.
Yeah, I know. I'm over it too. But the nice thing is, I think I might have said this on episode 1, is I know you and I were talking about him. You think he needs to go main roster.
Yeah.
Right now. But where would he go?
Doesn't matter. Anywhere.
But
put him in anything with anybody and he'll do better than he's doing right now. There's just nothing for him in NXT. I don't need him training other people. I need him getting himself over.
I have a feeling that he's going to be there for a little bit. And because now his new feud is Jasper Troy. So he hasn't really wrestled a lot of big people. You know what I mean? So I think this is for him, like, hey, you can't be Rochambeauing like dudes, because sometimes there's some guys that you can barely fucking lift over to do it. So I don't know if he's working on another finisher. But I think, honestly, that they're testing him. So they want to make sure he can get some of these big guys. Because if he were in the ring with, like, let's say, like a fucking Roman's fucking huge. Little Ricky's like not, like you float between 198 and 202. That's what you're floating around. But yeah, no, I don't see you. I mean, you could break fucking Phil Brooks in half, and you kind of have. But when it comes to these big guys, it doesn't work all that well. So I don't know, but I think that he will be the one to take the belt off of Oba.
You think Ricky's going to take the belt off of Oba?
Yeah, Ricky's going to be the one to take the belt off of Oba.
I don't even fucking want that. I want him gone. I don't want him in NXT. There's nothing good in NXT.
I know there's nothing good in NXT, but I'm really thinking is they need to see him see if he can carry that fucking brand.
Why?
Because he's the next.
Doesn't matter.
I know,
but it doesn't matter.
The next, like Roman and all those guys.
But they didn't carry the brand.
No.
And they carried the brand when it was a long time ago. So I'm saying it doesn't matter. Nothing in NXT matters anymore. Not only does it not matter, it's largely gone on to the longer someone stays in NXT, the worse it seems to be for them. Outside of Roxanne, who, again, it's because they knew they had fucking like 2 decades in front of them.
Like Braun, why did it fucking take so long with Braun?
Braun Breaker?
Yeah.
I think he had a lot of learning to do. I honestly think he did really good there, because I think that they needed to slow him down and to figure out what was going on with him. You know what I mean? Like, he had a lot of the tools, but you know what I mean? They needed to get him honed, like Tiffany needed honing in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see that it's going to be good, but what's next?
Exactly. Speaking of bronze, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was like, oh, we were just talking. Oh, what are you watching? He goes, oh, I'm watching the Brawnies. I'm like, what? the Brawnies. And I go, the Brawnies? Like, oh, okay. And I'm like, yeah, I had this idea, and I think maybe you probably could draw it the best. Is I was like, oh my God, it's like thing 1 and thing 2, Brawn 1 and Brawn 2.
That's
so
funny.
now
I was thinking, I call them Brawns. And I think of like the little ice creams.
Oh yeah, the Brawns. I do like, Brawn 1 and Brawn 2. That would be really cute having them look like Dr. Seuss art as Brawn 1, Brawn 2. I think that would be cute. I like Dr. Seuss art. So I thought, oh, that's so cute. Yeah. I did, and it's so stupid. I told my friends that I didn't even catch on the Brawns, the Brawnies. Yeah, I'm like, I'm dumb. I was like, what? Oh, did not.
Yeah, I was even looking it up. I was like, do the Bonbons ice creams have a good logo? And they really don't.
No. I think they really didn't have a logo, did they? It felt like
it was just like it was
font.
It was just font.
Yeah. And they put the bonbons and it's not like they had animated bonbons or whatever, but Yeah. But that would be cute. You have a little fucking their heads are like little fucking bonbons. That'd be cute too.
But was the Ricky match at least good? I mean, he loses.
Yes, it was. It was, and I'm not saying that because I fucking like Ricky, okay? I'm saying that because if you're looking at it purely from the aspect of watching somebody who really can sell well, and in his own way, even though it's Ethan Page, there really isn't a storyline, he kind of has made it into something, which is kind of it's really rare because people, I don't think really, some of them don't do that anymore. They're used to a lot of people because they want eyes on them, but I thought it was pretty good for a Falls Count Anywhere. It was pretty good. The setup though for how he gets involved with Jasper Troy, it was a little clunky, but that was the only thing really that was about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's where I kind of was. I felt like with that, I'll say, like, after he lost, I'm gonna be honest with you. After he lost, I turned it off. I'm like, turned it off.
Look, there's one of the interesting things about wrestling right now, and I think in all fucking companies, is they've largely oversaturated everything they do to where it's become very a la carte. I think, like, it doesn't seem to matter that much when you watch. It doesn't seem to matter to catch it while it's live. It doesn't seem to matter to, everything's kind of isolated, and you kind of watch the bits that you want to watch and then you move on. Like, I think that it's become a lot easier to avoid the stuff that's not good. And I think that in one way, I think it's partly why the fandom is as hot as it is right now, because we're not forced to watch shit that's bad. We can a la carte everything. And so everything we watch is phenomenal because it's the people we want to watch doing the things we want to see.
Absolutely. And
when it's not, we just fast forward or watch a different day or whatever. Like, I'm like over the bad shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only things that for me, if I'm not live at a show now, this is how I feel. If I'm not live at a show, it's almost like you're not going to hold my attention. At all. It's, I don't want to say it's like an ADD thing, but it's more of, there's going to be a lot of shit. There's going to be a lot of unnecessary spots. And I'm not crazy about it. So, I mean, that's just kind of that's my take from it. I do think that, it's with the dawn of having Raw on Netflix. What I love about it is when I come home, if I wanted to, I could watch it, start it over and watch it like right there. And I don't have to wait for the West Coast feed or whatnot, or try to find it online. And I can easily skip through things. The stuff on Hulu is a little harder, but that's why I kind of really like with the Netflix thing. AEW on Max, I don't know. I feel like it's like curated in a certain way. I do know, and I've heard that sometimes when it does, if you don't see it live, they edit a lot of things out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of a bummer. It's like, if it happened, just, let it fucking happen, I don't know. That's just me. But yeah. Oh, and right now, yeah, I don't know if you saw it or if you're interested or not, but the tops cards right now, Trinity's got hers with the belt.
She's got a good one from the cash in. Well, let's talk this. So was there anything else in Great American Bash you wanted to talk about?
The only other thing too is I think that, and people can, at me at this one, but this is my thing. You know how we've been talking about how Jordynne Grace just really isn't, she's not clicking and it's not working. I don't know if it's that Blake Monroe, is a good worker, and you can see that she's bringing out the fact that Jordynne Grace is not very good, or I don't know, but it just looked really bad. It just looked bad.
And I mean, who knows the psychology of masses all at once, but I do think that I get the impression a lot of it has to do with how good looking Blake is, because she's not phenomenal in the ring. She's okay. Yeah, but she's really playing up that whole thing. My concern for her is if that's what they lean into, and if that's why people are into her, she's not going to last super long on the main roster if she can't keep up with the likes of Tiffany Stratton. You know what I mean? Like Tiffany, we already have a Barbie doll. The other thing is this: Tiffany is like half Blake Monroe, half Jordynne Grace, like the best half of both of them. Because I mean, Tiffany's jacked, but she's also a Barbie, and she's also a gymnast, and she moves like almost no one in the company.
Exactly.
So it's like, if you're only going to be half a Tiff, I don't know how you're going to fucking float. I mean, you might. I almost wonder if Blake might be better as a manager.
She might be.
She's very comfortable talking.
Yeah.
And she's good talking.
I think with her, I don't think that usually I've noticed with the NXT universe, those fucking weirdos over in Orlando, I don't think that she really, when she arrived and how she's been there, I don't think she's catching on. I don't.
You don't think Blake is catching on?
Yeah.
I think
or as well as
there's a fervor. There's a fervor around her right now that has to go somewhere. And it was kind of like with Jade Cargill. So I mean, none of this is to say any of it's bad. I like Blake. I even said one of the things I'm happiest about is that I'll probably never be able to afford her signature again.
Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you
out on that one.
Tony Khan, really, I think ruined her as a wrestler. So it's going to take her time to find back where she was, because she did not have
he didn't help her progress very far as a wrestler. He helped her a lot in progressing her as a personality and allowing her time to be able to up her value. Yeah. So there's something there for WWE to latch onto, but it is a little bit of a hiltedness. Like when I told you, I watched the beginning of the Fatal 4-Way. Blake was really messy, and I was like, I'm going to wait. I don't want to be disenfranchised by her this early.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of work to be done there. And I hope they get there, right? Because like with Jade Cargill, we said when she came over, I don't know why you wouldn't put her in NXT. She needs those reps. She needs to try more. Like she's got to put more effort into it. That's not to say that they don't and they aren't willing to, but it's just that that's how you get better, right? By doing it over and over again. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. I was not hyper impressed, and I do like her a lot. And I do think that her popularity is probably hurting Jordynne Grace, because what does Jordan bring to the table? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Jordynne Grace slowly has been, I can't remember the last time I'm not counting that 4-way or whatever the fuck that was, or the tag, whatever. I think that, she really hasn't won a singles match in a bit, even though, it feels like it. So, I mean, I don't know, especially when you look at all the other women who've kind of arrived. She's at the bottom of the pool of the pool at the pool. She's drowning. And it's very, very interesting. Like, I had someone ask me my opinion of, okay, looking at how Jordan Grace is, you're like, that woman was so dominant in TNA, and she had great matches with like Deonna Purrazzo. Who else does she have ones with? They're really, but Deonna's a standout because they had some really great ones. Masha Slamovich, you know, etc. But I'm like, it's almost weird. Like, it's like, maybe is she holding back? But I don't think she is, you know. But then again, who knows? I mean, I don't normally watch her, like, but all I know is what I've seen in NXT is it's not very good, and it doesn't seem like it's like she was before, and all the talk about her. No.
I don't up to, but I mean, whatever. I haven't liked her to begin with, but Jordan, you know, it's so it's nothing new. You'd have to win me over to begin with. She's doing the same stuff.
Yeah,
they're trying to get her off all the junk.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I just don't know. We'll see where all that goes. That's what I mean. Like, when I watch NXT, all I see is there's a really good reason these people are not on TV right now, or not on the main roster TV right now. You know what I mean? So I've stopped watching NXT again because the last two I watched, I was like, this is hard to watch. This is really bad.
Yeah.
You know.
And yes, I'm glad I said don't watch yesterday. Yesterday's was pretty. We don't need to have another fucking Tony D'Angelo family war. Yeah. We had a 3-way. I'm like, no, this is fucking bad. Can we just stop this bullshit? Like, So that was my standout with it. But my thing was, I really was more interested in seeing, just kind of seeing the aftermath of some things, because obviously with what happened to Jordan Grace at Evolution, which we'll get into in a little bit. But that, and I will say this, Ethan Page did cut a very, very good promo yesterday. A little promo vignette thing. It was actually really good for him. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So it was really cool. And then I think that was really...
That's kind of... Let's get Saturday Night's main event out of the way, and then we'll just talk women's wrestling, because after that is when it all got fucking good again.
Yeah.
But Saturday Night's main event was all right. I mean, it was all right. I mean, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton was a fine match. Two dudes who know what they're doing it.
Yep.
Jade and Naomi having their pull apart was fine. The thing that was weird to me was that Nick Aldis comes out and he says, because you two can't stop beating each other up, we need a special guest referee for your match, and it's Bianca, right? Which is in and of itself fine, except for it's a no holds barred match. What kind of special enforcer do you need? You know what I mean?
Yeah. This
isn't one of those times where, oh, you guys keep knocking out the ref, or you guys keep getting disqualified, you guys aren't following the rule. Like, we're giving you a match that has no rules, and to make sure you follow the lack of rules, we're bringing in Bianca. And then to make matters worse, when that happened, I was like, that's stupid. I was like, just say you're bringing her in anyways, right? Like, hey, someone wants to be in your match or some shit. Like, what the fuck ever? Like, there's so many other ways that would make any bit of sense than to say, hey, because you guys are fighting, before your fight, I'm going to put someone in there to make sure you guys continue to fight. Like, it doesn't fuck make any sense.
It was weird. When I saw that, I was like, huh? Total
I was like, what the
moment there. I was thinking,
but then the other thing is, when we'll talk about it when we get there, but when the match actually happens, there's almost no Bianca spots. It's not like she was a part of the finish. She had a small part in a few things, but there wasn't like this big moment where Bianca turns or does something. Like, even at the end when she's raising the hand of the winner, she had this really sad look on her face. And me and producer lady were watching and we're like, is she about to do something? Is something's going to happen? Like, why does she look so sad? And then nothing happened. And I was like, why did they put her in a match? I mean, I think bottom line, they put her in the match because she was never a part of Evolution 1. She wants to be part of this Evolution.
That's all they have.
Maybe she's cleared to wrestle. Maybe she's not. Maybe that's all they had for her, like you said. Yeah. But I think even if you said this is too important of a match to let anything go by the wayside, we're giving you a special referee who won't let anything go unnoticed, right? Boom, just something. Boom, that makes sense. It's too big of a match just to have a regular thing. We got to do something special. It made no sense, and then they did nothing with it. And so I was like, all right, whatever. It was cool. The break apart and Naomi and Jade in the moment in Saturday Night's Main Event was fucking sick. But yeah, as far as why Bianca was in there, I was like, you guys aren't making sense. But that's just it. You don't have to anymore.
That was a little weird.
Yeah. Solo and Jimmy Uso was all right, but again, ended with 1 million people being involved in the match.
Yeah.
LA Knight defeated Seth Rollins. That was a really good match that had a really sad ending.
Yeah.
Because Rollins fucking blew his knee out. And so he gets up and he takes the BFT and that's it. And you even watch LA Knight get pissed. Like he's pissed he won. And I was like, that's how you know something's wrong here.
Like, yeah. And I think with Seth Rollins, man, shit, he should be wearing one of those fucking like Stone Cold braces on the knee, you know? Especially because if, you know, once you have one of those accidents, you're going to be prone to have them over and over again. You know, not saying like with like workplace safety, which actually when we're done with this, before we get onto Evolution, it seems like a lot of injuries are going on because you had that Adam Cole's possible retirement, and just random things here and there, people getting little injuries, big injuries, whatnot. So that was really sad. And then I know that wasn't probably how it was supposed to go down, but you know what? We'll see.
It was a bummer. I'm excited to see what they do with it because I think that they've always been able to pivot well with these things. It's nice that LA Knight got that win because just for LA Knight's sake, that's good for his story to go on and say I defeated Seth Rollins fair and square. Although both him and Seth can both have the gripe of he was not 100% this and that. So I think it's good for LA Knight. I'm interested in what they're gonna do with the briefcase. And in a certain aspect, I don't mind a little break. This isn't how you want it. I don't mind a little break from the Seth Rollins story to help it flesh out a little bit better. I think right now it's been kind of cluttery and doesn't make sense, but has been fine. This might give it a little bit of room to breathe. Like this, we'll see. Like, I think they'll make the best of this.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the Braun show. But which Braun? Well, Breaker, duh. But I think that I know that a lot of people were talking about, you know, him turning on Seth, but I have this spidey sense that somehow Braun is going to win one of the big titles, and lo and behold, it'll be closer to when like maybe Seth would be coming back. Hopefully, it's done before that year is up, and I could see him cashing it in on Braun and taking it away from Braun. You know,
I mean, it'd be cool, except for the fact that they haven't truly established why anyone gives a fuck to follow Seth, anyways, right? Yeah. Why is Braun with him? You know, Bronson at one point said, like, "Oh, because I destroyed Seth Rollins with 10 tsunamis. Now we're friends." Yeah, and you're like, okay, like I sort of get where you're trying to come from, but it doesn't feel like totally fleshed out. Yeah, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, Oracle, can you help us out here? Paul the Oracle.
Yeah.
I guess not. But yeah.
And then we had Gunther and Goldberg speared the shit out of Charles Robinson.
Yeah, Ooh. Ooh.
I don't know what Triple H's problem is with Robinson. But he is booking him into oblivion out there. He is like, hey, you can get your ass kicked again tonight. Go on out there, have fun. Like, what the fuck?
It's like, leave him alone. It's like the opposite. It's like I sit there and I'm like, fucking, can someone knock fucking Aubrey Edwards the fuck out? Please. I don't care, spear. I don't care what the fuck it is.
shoulder checking Aubrey Edwards. And we got little Nate just flying around.
Yeah.
He showed an X-ray on his socials too of a cracked rib, and I have a feeling it's legit because there's no reason for him not to show legit. But also, if that's true, that would be the second time a wrestler cracked his rib. Macho cracked his rib in WCW.
Oh wow. Interesting.
Yeah, he felt bad about it. He called him every day. How you doing, man? How you doing?
I don't think Goldberg is going to be doing that. I don't think.
Actually, that's probably true too.
Yeah. I mean, I loved how they cut off his speech.
Yeah. That was funny.
That was.
To be honest, I turned it off before his speech started. I was like, well, "That's the end," and I just turned off the show.
Well, it was like that's the end, and then it was weird because there was a cut. And they cut to him and he's already talking, and it lasted a little, not even like a minute, and then boop, was off again. I was like, oh, okay. I guess that's how important you are. Okay. All right. That's cool.
Dude, and then, here's the other thing I forgot to mention too. The fucking Orton and Drew with Logan and Jelly Roll. I like Jelly Roll a lot. I think Logan Paul's good. I do not like any of this Jelly Roll wrestling stuff. This feels a lot like Paul Walter Hauser to me.
Exactly.
I don't believe you.
I was going to say that.
Were you? Yeah. I was like, I don't believe you. And then they had Jelly Roll punch Logan Paul. Logan Paul, mind you, was not in the match, so he's 100%. Yeah. Jelly Roll punches Logan Paul and basically knocks him out. And I'm all like, I'm meant to believe that Jelly Roll punches Logan Paul harder than Floyd Mayweather ever punched him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Logan Paul is a trained boxer. Whether we like him or not, he's an asshole, sure. But he's a trained boxer who's been in real boxing matches.
Yeah.
Jelly Roll knocked him out. Does Jelly Roll have a titanium fist as well? You know what I mean? I was just like, I don't know what we're doing here, but this is a little goofy.
It was very goofy. I'm like, are you trying to capitalize on these famous people trying to say that, they can wrestle? Because Paul Walter Hauser, okay, it's gotten to the point where, I've seen him wrestle twice now. One of them obviously was versus Joey Janela, and man, he kept up with Joey. I mean, Joey did, protect him a lot and whatever, but he kept up with him. I was shocked. I was at Defy when I saw it. And I also saw him, I think, during Mania. I saw him walking around too. I don't know. It's weird. Started having a conversation with me. But anyways, so, but he won the fucking Progress, one of their titles. I'm like, what the fuck? So are we going to be seeing Jelly Roll's going to be doing this part-time too? Between his busy touring schedule and studio time? I'm like, come on.
I like when they use the celebrities in there for things here and there. And I like that Jelly Roll's involved a little bit, but this is a full-on tag match with Randy and Jelly Roll against Logan and Drew. And I'm sorry, but one of these things is not like the other. Jelly Roll has not proven himself to be any kind of entity. If he's not even half as good as half Bunny, we're in trouble. Yeah. You know what I mean? This will not be good. This is going to be a match where Randy Orton's having to wrestle two dudes who are very good, and obviously he can, just so Jelly Roll can come in for the finish. And it's kind of like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
It's goofy.
Yeah. Well, then look at the fucking Travis Scott bullshit. I hope that's dead in the water. I really do. Unless the fucking Rock's going to come back.
That's been awful as well. I mean, the taste isn't even out of our mouth from that yet, and we're getting Jelly Roll. That's my only fear is if Jelly Roll does anything even remotely like how Travis Scott's gone over, this isn't gonna be fucking great.
Yeah,
great.
We don't need that. Please, fucking Hunter, please, no more, please. Yeah, let's give it a rest. I want to see. If anything, on the other end over at AEW, now I really want Aubrey Edwards to get fucking injured.
I just thought we were onto something, right? With Logan Paul and Bad Bunny, we had these celebrities become wrestlers who were doing a lot of training and were coming across really good. And now we're back to RoboCop and WCW. You know what I mean? We're back to Lawrence Taylor against Bam Bam. You know what I mean? We're back to the stuff that didn't fucking fit right. You know, it's kind of like I thought we were like elevating all this, and it doesn't feel like we did.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I know Jelly Roll's lost a lot of weight, but he doesn't exactly look like a bodybuilder. I don't know what they're gonna put him in that's gonna be flattering.
Fucking singlet with a t-shirt on over it. Very
Right.
a la. He's gonna be like the old fucking Kevin Owens.
Yeah, like
Basketball
ROH Owens.
shorts and a tee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, other than that, like I can't think of what they would put him in. Like I just can't. Like part of me
It's
is
gonna be like when Bret Hart came back in, what was it, 2002 or whatever, and he came out in fucking jorts and a fucking hockey jersey. You're all like, all right, this isn't the Bret of old, and then you watch him wrestle and you go, and he doesn't wrestle like he used to. Like,
yeah.
I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah, I think honestly, I think it's something that I think Triple H needs something to kind of get the normie to watch SummerSlam. That's all I think it is.
Well, I mean, it does seem to be their big push on all their shows is who's the celebrities in the front row, not like the amount of TV time that is just here's who's sitting in the audience is so much. It's like a third of the show. I fast forward after every match for minutes on end, and not just I'm fast forwarding minutes out. I'm fast forwarding 4 minutes. It takes me several minutes of fast forwarding to find the next thing.
Yeah.
It's been bad.
Yeah, they do that quite a bit. Yeah.
Did you see Gunther's or Goldberg's last match?
I did.
I think it was good.
It was good. You know, honestly,
he tweaked his knee, but I think it was good.
Yeah. I mean, Gunther is one of those ones where if there was, I don't even want to say a perfect opponent that Goldberg could go, retire against, I think Gunther was a good choice. I really do. And I think that a lot of people they need to get over the he tapped out bullshit. So we've moved on,
It feels like we were supposed to move on.
Yeah, but yeah, but I mean, it's not helping. It's not really helping him because you could tell he's like annoyed. Like, come on, people, this is fucking old news, Yeah, at the time it was great because who would have thought that he would tap out, right? But now, months and months later, it's like, like I want to see what's next in store for the Ring General to see what he's going to do next. It'll be very interesting because who's going to come back up? Fucking Jey Uso again? No, you got to give me something a little different.
Yeah, a lot of these stories are taking a little long. Like, I'd like us to circle back on some of these.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even with the idea of like Ricky and Paige, it's been the entire time. Give it a break, give it a rest.
Yeah.
Come back in a few months and be like, oh my God. Yeah. It's a renewal of the old rivalry. To me, the best rivalries are not when we saw them wrestle 12 times in 12 days.
Yeah.
It's when they would wrestle each other and have these very close matches, or one would take a title off the other, and then it would be a few months before they came back, right? And then it was like, think of Sammy and KO.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of their programs have them showing back up suddenly. You know what I mean? Like, and then it just feels like a bigger fervor. So for me, it'd be nice to have Gunther and Jay take a break.
Yeah.
Let's find something else for Gunther to do for a bit and circle back with Jay later,
Yeah. Well, it's funny because when you're mentioning that, I think the thing with Ethan Page and Ricky is the viewer is, and the way by design, I guess, was you were supposed to know that these guys had beef before. But if you didn't know, you're like, what the fuck are these, Okay, they know each other. Okay. I mean, sometimes people don't listen to commentary because of, certain things, so they mute it or whatnot. But like, no one, you wouldn't have known that. You wouldn't have been like, oh, they had a rivalry before or whatnot. And actually, if I'm not mistaken, they did not. I don't think they wrestled each other in AEW.
Who?
Ricky and Ethan Page.
Yeah, they did. They wrestled on fucking Dark or Collision or some stupid.
Oh, okay. If it was Dark, it's like that doesn't count because that's not real. But
most of AEW doesn't count.
Well, tell that to some people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeesh. Yeesh. That's all I'm going to say. Yeesh. But you want me to bang out AEW real quick?
Yeah, I want you to tell me, because here I was watching Evolution and you were telling me, hey, did you watch? You got to watch a bunch of AEW stuff.
Yeah.
The clips that I saw made me know that I should not watch any of that show. And there's 2 clips that I saw, and one of them was a back and forth between the Young Bucks and Swerve and Ospreay, where they just did a whole bunch of just a gymnastics dance routine.
Yeah.
You do this, I do this, you do this, I do this. Very well choreographed.
Yeah.
Absolutely no contact. Absolutely no striking. It was just, let's help each other. It was a circus act.
Yeah.
And also, all right, I have no reason to watch any of that match.
Yeah.
The other clip I saw was Tony Storm reversing a pile driver for Mercedes Moné and motorboating her fucking chaunch and then kissing Mercedes later in the match. And I thought to myself, if that's what they think women's wrestling is, and if this is what they put out as a highlight, then there's absolutely no reason for me to take them seriously as any kind of indication of women's wrestling.
Yeah.
There is no place for that shit. We are too far. I mean, think about where Evolution is and what it takes. And think about the things we did in the Ruthless Aggression era, the hot lesbian action angles they kept doing during the Attitude era.
Remember
Billy Gunn being gay for a while.
Yeah.
All of that shit did not age well because it was all pointless and it was awful. And that's not how women need to be utilized. We now have the biggest women in their division having a lesbian angle that plays out in such a way that Tony Storm would rather rub her face in Mercedes' pussy than win a match. What are we doing? You know what I mean?
Well, look who fucking is the one booking this shit.
I mean, I'll give you that Goldust was a little he was a little bit past flirtatious at times. But he also never really grabbed that line. There was that time that he was in the match with Razor and he puts his hand on his chest and went like that, and Razor flips out and does some shit and they start fighting again.
Yeah.
Right? But he also never put his hand down his pants.
No.
He never buried his face in the guy's junk.
No.
You know what I mean? And even if he had, it wouldn't have aged well.
Yeah. I mean, when I see things like that, right? It all comes back. People think it's great, but I'm like, you know what? You all remember Joey Ryan, right? Y'all thought that was great when that was going on. You know? I mean, it's something that we don't necessarily like need. Now, for me, my big thing about you watching that was that's been, I think, probably hands down the best match that Mercedes has had since she, you know, started all of this shit, came back. Is the best one. She and
That's
Tony
why
did.
I wanted to watch it, is I had a feeling it would be, because both of them are such good wrestlers.
Yeah. If you take out the bullshit. Yeah.
But when AEW posts that as their highlight, and it says, what a reversal, and that's the clip that's on their socials, it lets me know that the company doesn't give a shit about any of the wrestling they were doing. You know what I mean? To them, the highlight was the gross shit.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I can't even go into this thinking like maybe that's a one-off little piece of shit spot. Because also the other thing they highlighted was in the fucking press conference afterwards.
Yeah.
Where fucking Tony says, thank you to Mercedes for making me a better wrestler, and thank you for keeping your lips clean. All 4 of them. They taste great. Right next to Tony Khan, and they're like giggling about it. And I'm like, this is how you guys want to represent. You know what I mean? That's what made it such an issue for me, is I'm watching one show where I'm seeing some of the best women's wrestling I've ever seen, and we're not there, but that triple threat, Becky Bailey Lyra, easily the best triple threat match I've seen in well over a year from any gender.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, I'm seeing this. This is what you guys are putting as your face forward. This is what we got.
It's for the sickos.
Yeah. But you tell me why I should have watched it and not have let that bother me so much, because it pissed me off. I was mad.
Yeah. Well, it was more of I was going at it from the angle of, damn, that those two really worked well together, and that was actually for all of the criticism that Mercedes has been getting about, oh, she's terrible, this, and this. When you'd see that, it was like, nope, she's got it in her. It's just, I think she needs someone to push her to that level, and she's not getting that. So I don't know. That's
even
really,
in WWE, her best matches were against specific opponents.
yeah.
I think she's always needed the right person to bring it out of her, but she's always had that capability.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it might be why she felt like she had a cap. She might have, in a way, had a cap where they're like, well, we can't program you with these three always because they're the ones who get the matches out of you that take you to this level. But when you put you in matches with the rest of the roster, you're not at that level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think she would work well with like Stephanie VanCour and Julia.
She does. I've seen her work with Stephanie VanCour. That's the first time I saw Stephanie VanCour.
Oh, really?
Was her and Mercedes working in a match?
I did not know.
Wasn't it? I know it was on the same show.
Was it on? Was it wait, what was she on? Was she CMLL? No, she was.
She was in NJPW at the time.
Okay. But those are going to be some, yeah, I think, but barring this bullshit, it was a good match. If you could take out all the other shit. I loved Mercedes mocking Tony. It was quite funny. Yeah.
What she do?
Well, one of the things she did is, I don't know if you've seen with Tony Storm, a lot of the times when she wins or whatever, at the end, she like is on the mat and she's doing this like flailing kind of thing. Yeah. Mercedes was doing that. I mean, she was kind of doing some of the, you know, that stuff.
Yeah. No, it was the semi-ran. It was the Mercedes versus Stephanie VanCour. And then that went into Mercedes versus Willow Nightingale. And that's what that night was. Yeah. Stephanie versus Mercedes was incredible. I remember that because that was my takeaway is why you take away VanCour on TV. And I remember walking away knowing her name and following her on socials that night because I was like, she's fucking good. I was actually surprised that she wasn't in the finals instead of Willow Nightingale. Although I like Willow Nightingale. Yeah. Willow Nightingale is very good, but she's also a big personality. And so it made me think maybe that's why Willow got that and Stephanie didn't, was because her personality wasn't as vibrant.
Yeah. Know? And Willow's beloved by a lot of people.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah. And I mean, AEW's done a very good job with making her like a really beloved one with the crowd. So, yeah. Now, one thing, like, my comment on the Swerve Ocean Spray Young Bucks match, okay, it's evident that this was a big let me fucking jerk off Meltzer, because 3 of his favorite people were in that match. And my thing was, it really shows you, there were 2 things I learned about that with that match. One, you could see that Will Ospreay, he only really likes to do that shit. And other than that, he's not very good. But I've been saying that episode 1.
That's true. Yeah.
And the other standout with it was Swerve. Swerve is one of those ones where if he needs to do flippy shit, he'll do it. Like, he's very versatile. And that's why I've always loved with Swerve. Now, what was hilarious to me was that, Billy Boy, the GOAT, that crowd was not really into you. Nope. He really didn't do the fucking sing along to Ospreay. I'm like, no, they loved Swerve. They didn't love you. They loved the Young Bucks more than they loved you. So not that great. But I do say with the Young Bucks, I did like the entrance. I thought it was kind of cool. Dressing up, crossing the Delaware or crossing whatever sections those were in the seats. I thought that was pretty cool. and what Justin Roberts was saying before, because it's all true. It's true stuff. Yeah.
No.
Yes, so that was that. I think those gauntlet things went way too long. The trios match with the Death Riders and Gabe Kidd. I love Gabe Kidd. I do. But I'm like, this Tony Khan can just totally ruin him. And I'm just like, go back to Japan, please, please. But yeah, because he had some great work that he was doing with fucking Shibata. Now, Shibata was one of his trainers at the dojo, at the LA dojo. And that was just great. Some of their sequences. I really liked it. And even fucking Joe, him with Joe was great. Didn't see much of him and Hobbs because he would like scurry away and tag someone in. But definitely, yeah, I think that Shibata was great in that. We already knew MJF was going to win the fucking gauntlet, but that thing, it was weird. It went on a long time, but it seemed like all these participants would come in one after the other. Whereas when we see the ladies one later, it's like, it was such a long time in between people. Am I happy who won? Goddamn fucking absolutely. Athena won, if you did not know.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was not expecting her to win, because you know who I thought was actually going to win was, I had a feeling that they would probably either A, put it on Megan Bain, or B, that they would give it to who would they put it on? Thekla, the chick that does that. Yeah. I thought that. Never did I thought they would put it on Athena. And to be
what did the winner get?
They get a future AEW Women's World Championship match.
Yeah. And
I think that, really honestly, with how strong Athena's been and her carrying fucking ROH on her back, she needs to fucking have that women's title. She really does. Take it off of Tony Storm. Yeah. And I think that that's great. And so many people, it seemed like, were so happy that she fucking won. Like, genuinely, like, happy, what I saw on socials. So
it's felt like she's been fucking left in the dust a long time. You know what I mean? It felt like that even she goes from NXT to the main roster. She did a little bit there. She leaves. She goes to AEW, and instead of making a splash, they push her into ROH, and they just leave her as the ROH champion for so long that people forget what the hell's going on with her.
Yeah.
So to have her show up here and do something big and have a shot at their title, okay, maybe we're getting somewhere, you know? She's awesome.
I can see her double championing it. I really do. I see it.
Does she still have the ROH title? I thought she dropped it.
No, she still has it.
Oh, all right. Well.
Mm-hmm. She still has it.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised. Of course, I'm always pulling for Thunder Rosa, but I know Tony Khan really is not a fan of hers. So, we don't talk about that. The tag team 3-way. Okay. We all knew, Hurt Syndicates ain't going anywhere, right? Especially when you have fucking MJF winning. Speedball and Kevin Knight have good chemistry, I will say. But really, it was really all about Christian and Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne and Kip turned on Christian. And who comes out? Oh, yeah. It's funny because instead of just running out, you get the fucking whole big entrance, and he does it all the pyro, the whole thing, and just like sauntering down with fucking Spike, his little thing, which it's so funny because someone had thrown it, and you saw all the quote unquote nails they bent. I'm like, that's fucking plastic. That's rubber. Boo. Yeah, I know. Whatever. But no, it was funny to me that you're here to like kind of save your friend, but you just made it about you and had a full-on regular entrance. Yeah. Fucking ballsy. That's fucking. I
saw that. He was running back and forth.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, okay, you're making your point. So obviously they're teasing toward, a reuniting of that. Duh. Everyone knew that when they signed the motherfucker, at first. And that's just my take on that one. I will say Kenny Omega Okada.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy when Kenny wrestles people who challenge him. I enjoy it. Was this a challenge? Oh yeah. He always has good matches with Okada. It's a good match. However, my opinion of the 5, this was not the best one.
Where is it ranked? Does it feel like this is what we've been waiting for a while, or did this feel like a letdown?
Felt like a letdown to me. Now, Kenny Omega fans will probably like crucify me for even saying that, but it was a kind of a letdown because, it was strange. All of a sudden you see fucking my blonde bitch maker, fucking the bitch maker, Kazuchika Okada. He dyed his hair like it was a weird black that looked kind of grayish black. It was weird. But, I was like, okay, Okada, what's going on? And of course, Kenny put his dreads in and, whatever. But I'm like, okay, are we really trying to relive this shit? Like, no, you cannot recreate some of that magic. And I think that it was good, but it wasn't the greatest because it just felt not special.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think because of where it is, like, honestly, I think that if you had put that match because it was their triple main event, if you had put that before the women, might have been a little better, the reaction and stuff, because you're going from this like kind of jokey thing to all of a sudden, this is fucking serious bullshit right here, and having that little bit of like comic relief, so to speak, in between those two matches. I don't know. That's just my opinion, but who am I? And then Hangman, congratulations, dude. Long time coming. I don't know how much you saw, but there was a lot of cameos in this one. So I guess this was Tony Khan's like shot out to, whomever, because we got Bryan Danielson came out in a lucha mask. We had, obviously we had all of the fucking, the Death Rider people. Who else came out? Swerve ended up coming out. Oh, the Bucks tried to come out and fucking fuck with Hangman. That didn't work. But Swerve came out. The most unlikely of people to come out and help Hangman, and this is what made Hangman win, is Swerve had Chain with him. Swerve went down to the ring, went to the apron, and him and Hangman are just looking at each other, and Hangman's like, "This is not about you, go away." And he fucking takes the chain and he tosses it to Hangman, right? Doesn't really say anything. Backs up, watching. That's when fucking Hangman choked the shit out of fucking Mox. I think it's been too long that Mox had that belt, but that's just my opinion. But it's nice to see Hangman have it. He went back to his old theme, which was kind of cool. I kind of liked that one. But it's set up because at the end of it, when he won the belt, Swerve was just staring him down like, you and me, we're going at it again. And I will say this, I thought they have had very fantastic matches.
Yeah.
Brutal, but they were all fantastic. So I can't wait to see that. Like, that would make me like really like pay attention, because I think that Swerve really, if anyone's really the fucking face of that company and should be held at that, is Swerve. Not fucking you, Ricochet, not you, fucking Ocean Spray, whatever. It really is. I think it's really Swerve right there.
I think Swerve's been the best pickup AEW's gotten. I think that he's done the most with it. I think he's been the most utilized. Like, he seems to be the one that really, he did the one thing that no one else who's gone to AEW has been able to do, which was, prove that they're a higher caliber than they've been perceived as up until this point. You know what I mean? I feel like Swerve's the one exception to that. I feel like there's no one else who left WWE, went to AEW, and proved that they were underutilized and that they were a much bigger deal than they were perceived to be. Swerve's the one exception for sure. I can't think of anybody else who's come close to what Swerve's been able to prove, which is cool because I've always thought Swerve was pretty dope.
Yeah, he always was really great. And one of the things too, which I think that kind of gives him that credibility too of being able to like be the face of a company and really kind of, uphold it, is what he's done for Defy. That is the house that Swerve built. That's truly Swerve's house. That's where it came from. And he led that promotion. And, he's one of those wrestlers. He's very versatile. I enjoyed when he did his rap show on the boat twice. I enjoyed it. He's a very talented dude. Very fucking nice man, humble and whatnot. Fucking chill. Love fucking Swerve. Love to you, dude. And, I think that, he's good for business. He is good for business because I think he kind of is the one person who, of all of these, like, people who want to think that they're, the big boss, MJF, whatever, he's the one who puts up and, shuts them up. He does it. And and everything he does it's kind of classy in a way. He's a great storyteller. He can wrestle the shit out of things and, it's great. I love Swerve. Can't say much more about him. That was it. A lot of hours, at least it was almost 7 hours. A lot of time, a lot of wrestling. Was it worth it? No. Even if okay, I watched it in parts. Okay, I did not sit there and do the whole 7 hours. If I did, I would have slit my wrists because that's brutal.
Look, and that's I think a lot of wrestling is that way right now. We have an overabundance of wrestling, which to me makes it even more fun to just pick the ones you want. Like fucking Natty just announced she's gonna have a blood sport match with Masha Slamovich.
When is this?
You didn't see that? It's
no,
gonna be in Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey always gets a good shit.
They do get some good shit.
They do get the best shit. Well, that's like GCW's home. So you kind of.
No, wait.
You kind
I
of
remember.
Like, Barnett, you could save that for fucking Mania weekend. But then it's like, who's Natty going to do the Bloodsport match with in Vegas? Dun, dun, dun. Did not know that. Holy shit. Yeah, Masha was on. I didn't talk about Masha. Masha is wrestling JC Jane at Slammiversary this weekend. Winner take all. That's a real hard one to say.
Against who? Masha versus who?
JC Jane. Winner take all.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird because that doesn't put JC Jane in a very good spot.
No, it does
and it doesn't. I mean, but again, they keep fucking with TNA in a way that people try to pretend they're not.
Yeah. You know what I've been waiting for from TNA? When are you fucking going to bring Tessa Blanchard over? Let Big Dog play in the yard.
But yeah, they showed her a couple times on NXT, and they have not pulled the trigger on it. It looks like it's August 2nd, so just in a couple of weeks.
Oh, very nice.
Natty versus Masha.
Yeah.
Bloodsport. XIV. So
SummerSlam weekend. Yes.
Oh, that is SummerSlam weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Although it's in Jersey and SummerSlam is where's SummerSlam?
Jersey?
Is it in Jersey? I don't know where the fuck it is. I'm not going.
What's that stadium name? I'm not going either, but I don't know what the stadium's name. Hold on. We obviously
at MetLife Stadium. Oh yeah, MetLife is the shadows of New York, as they used to call it, but it's Jersey.
Okay.
So
it's Jersey. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
So technically, has Cena? You were looking at that list. He said goodbye to New York, right, or not yet? I can imagine he needs to say goodbye to MSG at some point.
Well,
I don't know, but
weird if he didn't. Yeah,
it would be weird if he didn't.
but yeah.
I'm hoping that he says his goodbye to my area around Survivor Series time. I really hope so. I mean, he hasn't done a Seattle. I'm sure that'll be in Seahawks colors, but I really want him to do San Jose, and it's in the Shark colors. I really, really want to see that. Give Bailey's hometown what we want. That's what the people want. Give us what.
And you know, it makes a ton of sense, but I always get so like bummed by it too. Is that whenever they go to San Jose, they have like an exclusive San Jose Bailey T-shirt. And I always look online and no one's ever fucking selling
because no one from around here is going to fucking sell that shit.
Yeah, no.
But you know, now that you've told me that, I don't know if they, God, I don't even know, but if they have like, I don't know if they have merch stands outside.
They usually do. There's usually one big one outside.
I should next time take a look. And if there is one, pick up one for you.
It'd be sweet.
Yeah.
There was one they had a long time ago. I don't even see like a picture of it. I just remember it. It was her logo, but it was when she was Hugger Bailey, and it was her smiley face logo hugging the shark. Like a cartoon shark.
Oh, that's so cute.
And it said like San Jose's champ or something like that.
Oh,
like bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Bay Area loves them some fucking Bailey. Let me just tell you that. They love fucking her a bunch. Yeah, which is kind of cool. Yeah. So ready to talk women's wrestling?
Yeah. So Evolution happened, and it took fucking, was it 2018 until 2025? So we're talking 7 years apart, which is crazy. Because the other thing is this:
had a pandemic though in between.
So they didn't stop having wrestling shows.
I know, but that, you know, honestly, like people would have bitched about, oh, you know, there's really no audience. Why are you doing that to the women? Blah, 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 blah,
yeah, that was 5 years ago. That was 2 years after Evolution and 5 years since. So it's not the best excuse. But at the same time, I understand not doing it every year. It's so good that you want it every year for sure. But I think every like 2 to 3 years, it should be a special thing. Sort of like how Hell in a Cell used to be. Where it used to be a thing that showed up every couple of years. It wasn't like has to be here every year. I feel like if every 2 or 3 years they do a slow build, and especially with the way that Triple H has been building stuff, slow build a bunch of your women's stories that you know is going to take a couple years. So by the time you get to a certain point, there's a fervor for a lot of women's stories that you can pay off with an Evolution, right?
Oh yeah.
But I mean, outside of that, I wouldn't have any problem with it being every year, but I can understand why is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it opened up with Becky, Bailey, and Lyra. And I was like, oh shit, they're getting this out of the way right away. And it was the best triple threat I've seen in years. And I've been telling you for weeks, how many episode ones have I told you I'm fucking tired of triple threats? I'm tired of fatal four ways. I'm tired of this bullshit that always gets interrupted by stuff at the end. I have no reason to want to watch.
And then you loved this one.
This was so fucking good. Me and producer lady are watching and we're screaming, we're jumping, we're every now and then shit or oh shit, I wasn't looking. Rewind a minute. I missed that thing. Neither one of us wanted to miss a single move. These women were fucking laying it in. No one was selling before contact. So there was none of these oversells. There was no cartoonish sells. This looked like a fucking fight between three women.
Yeah.
And it was really good. I think it's easily the best women's triple threat match I've ever seen by a mile. I can't think of a women's triple threat match I've ever watched and didn't have at least a series of moments saying, all right, well, I'll let that slide. There was nothing to let slide. This was awesome. And what was even more impressive is Lyra didn't stand out at all in a good way. It wasn't like, oh, there's two really good veterans in here and a rookie. This was like, if you have never watched wrestling before and you watch that match first, and I said one of those people has only been in the company for the past year, you wouldn't be able to guess which one because they were all so equally matched. They were all so equally executing all of their moves. This match was fucking phenomenal. Have you seen that one yet?
Not in its entirety, no. But my thing was with it, what I've seen was fucking great. My thing is that opening has the rest of the card has some big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like, I don't know, should it have been where it was? I don't know.
I'll be honest with you. That match was so good. I didn't watch about half the rest of the show. I didn't watch everything on it. Again, I've been a la carding this. I did not watch JC versus Jordan.
No.
Zero desire.
No.
I did not watch the women's tag fatal 4-way match because, like I said, I'm so tired of these fatal 4-ways.
Yeah.
And I have 8 women in a match that has no rules.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be a huge mess of a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it was really cool to the people who like those spot fests. I'm sure it had every spot you wanted to see, you know, but I wasn't that interested. I had no interest in watching Tiff or Trish.
Nope.
I just didn't.
Nope.
I feel a little bad about it, but I didn't. I was all like, Tiffany's probably going to win, and she should. And if I'm honest, everything that Trish has done after her SummerSlam match with Natty has not been as good as that SummerSlam match with Natty. This might have been, but everything I've seen in the last like 2 years of Trish has not been good at all. So I was like, I'm going to stay away.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Trish is getting old. Not to say that, you know, others who are in her era, but she was getting old. Speaking of old. So when they did when they showed Melina, oh my God, what happened to you, Melina? She fucking's gone downhill.
Really? I didn't see her. I mean, like I said, I fast forward between shit, so I didn't see her. But yeah, we saw her NWA not that long ago. I felt like, well, now I think about it, but that had to be 5-6 years ago, though.
It was 5 years
ago. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was 5 years ago.
That's kind of crazy to think.
Certain people remind me that. It was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm like,
get over it.
I'm like, I know. Yeah, Mr. I had the belt literally for not even a fucking day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It was like a 3-week title run, but it was a 1-day thing because they taped it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And then fucking, I remember that night during like hard times, there was a point where like Flip had looked over and he saw me and he was like kind of shocked that I was there, but then not really shocked that I was there. I'm like, oh man, that's someone I miss. But yeah, Maurice, I guess someone had said had gotten the biggest pop.
Oh, when they were showing crowd people, I can see that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not a total shock.
I mean, she's kind of beloved now because everyone loves her and fucking them as a couple. I love them.
And she's always done what you've wanted her to do. You know what I mean? She never like was in a bunch of matches she shouldn't have been in. She was never being portrayed as somebody bigger, stronger, tougher than she should have. Like she's always kind of been exactly where she ought to be and has done the best with it. So
exactly. I thought she was pretty good. I liked her when she was, wrestling. The one thing that I think would have been amazing, but unfortunately injuries happen, would have been Nikki Bella and Liv Morgan.
I know. That was a bummer that got scrapped because I think that could have been good because I did watch the Battle Royal and Nikki was pretty solid in it. Yeah. She wasn't, you didn't sit there and say, oh, she's fucking better than anyone in this card, but she was a lot better than the last couple times we've seen her. You know what I mean? She was looking really good. So I think her and Liv could have been really good together. Yeah. Although that fucking on Raw, her versus Chelsea, I did not think was a great match. And her finish, that rack attack, I don't know if it was her or Chelsea that could not figure out what was going on, but neither one of them could sort it out. And then it was such a weird sack of potatoes, just like they both crumbled onto the mat. And it was like, rack attack. Like you could even hear in the fucking commentator where they're like, was it? And then it counted to 3 and like, I guess so. But like, they couldn't figure it out. I don't know if you've seen that match yet, but you should watch the finish because it was just weird. So much so that producer lady was all like, "What was that match that move supposed to look like?" And I was like, "Google the Nikki Bella finish, and then you tell me what you think." And she was like, "That's not what I saw." But the battle royal was cool. Stephanie Vetcore winning was cool. Jade Cargill versus Naomi was really good. Like, that was Jade Cargill's best match to date. And the only match that was better than that was Jade and Naomi at WrestleMania. Like, those two work well together.
Yeah, but I think that Jade's going to be like Mercedes, and like she only works well with certain people. Everything else is, you can't have that.
It can be a hindrance for sure. But the match itself was awesome. Again, I don't know why Bianca was the referee other than to get her on the Evolution card. I wonder if her finger is still injured, and so she wasn't really cleared for bumps or some shit, but she could count. You know what I mean? Like, you can be a ref. Because I wonder if the idea was like, look, it's not like you can't take a flat back bump. Yeah. But you can't get a whole match done because your finger's still healing, That's possible. Because she still had it wrapped up. And I just don't know. I don't know enough about it. But it would explain more to me why she wasn't a bigger factor in the match. If she still had a small injury she was working through just to be on the card, Yeah.
I think probably that's it, because I think with a lot of the women, it's like, God, I'm not on the card. Like, what the hell? Right.
Yeah.
Just shit like
what's crazy? I was on the phone with Kevlar a couple days ago, and we pulled up the very first Evolution and went through the card. There's only like 3 women on that card who are still with the company.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Almost everyone on the original card is not with the company anymore. And when you think about it, some people, like Dakota Kai was in it in the Mae Young Classic Finals. And you think about it, and she had basically 3 careers since then. You know what I mean? Because she went from then into NXT. And then she had the whole NXT run. And then she went to the main roster and then got released. She came back with Damage Control, had the whole Damage Control thing, and got released again before the next one. Like, the amount of women's careers that came and went in the time frame between evolutions was absolutely crazy to think about. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago. But it was long enough ago.
Yeah, it was long enough ago. 7 years. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Because 7 years would be the original All In. 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you think I watched that? Hell yeah, I did. I watch it all the time. And my thing is, every time I see it, right, I still feel that buzz of how it felt like that night. I still feel that buzz every time I watch that in its entirety. Not if I'm just watching one match here or one match there. Yeah, in its entirety, it's still that buzz. And I still question, why do we have fucking penises? This is not, no. Yeah, I question that too. Yeah, even then. Oh yeah, and then, yeah, but yeah, it was good times. Good times. And I don't want people to think, oh, yeah, you only really loved it and you had that feeling because you're in the front, right? No, it was a vibe. I've talked to other people who were there, and they go, there was magic in the air, and you could tell this was something special.
I mean, and there is something to being that close. I mean, I was like second row for the Rumble, and I won't shut up about it, But I've been there's a different feeling for this show. It's true too.
Yeah, I get spoiled.
And then, if I'm honest, I didn't even watch Io versus Ripley. I fast forwarded through almost all of it until Naomi came out, because I know people love them. I'm super over Io versus Rhea. I couldn't care less about that rivalry. I think that Rhea has to work double time. I think that Io sells like a cartoon, and I'm not into it. Like the way she'll like sit up and go like, and then fall back down.
That's that.
The fact that she did a big move to Rhea, and then she goes like, yes, and then just falls back, and like her feet kick up. It's like Japanese cutesy cartoony shit, and I'm not into it. I don't want to see cute wrestling.
Yeah.
I want to watch simulated combat, and I want to be invested in it. And if every time someone takes a move, they remind you I'm just playing. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like, I want someone to take it seriously. And the thing that made it even worse is the matches I saw before it. Jade Cargill and Naomi, Becky Bailey, Lyra, None of them had the slightest bit of overselling or goofiness. Lyra was a little extreme at times, big eyes, but but it never crossed that line to me. The way that the Io and Kairi Sane always crossed that line of let's be cute wrestlers, and
very animated.
Very animated, and I'm just not into it. I mean, look,
at least
and
Asuka doesn't do that.
Asuka doesn't do that. And here's the other deal too, is like, as much as we want to talk about them as legends, I didn't love Ric Flair's over the top bumps where he would walk and fall. As a kid, I kind of got a kick out of it, but as I got older, I didn't love it. I didn't like Shawn Michaels selling for the most part, especially when he got later on in his career. Like his Hogan match was so embarrassing to watch. I'm like, this isn't good. And even then, he's overselling like a maniac, but his face is still like he's taking it seriously in a way. Like it was kind of funny when you watch it. Like,
the days when people would sell. The days when people would sell. This fucking no sell shit fucking pisses me off.
Yeah, like the facial expression was part of the sell, right? The idea of, and they forget what selling means. Selling doesn't mean like taking the hit or making it look like you got hit. The sell is making us believe you got hurt by the hit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's why Ricky that match was so fucking good, because you really saw that out of it. And I mean, I'm not saying that he doesn't do that all the time. He does, quite frankly, but sometimes he gets real lazy with it. But you could see it. And those are
so much so that it like stood out when he broke his neck and no sold it. You're kind of like, dude, the one time you should be selling to give yourself a break.
Yeah.
You made it scarier because you weren't selling.
Yeah. And it was weird because it was almost like, okay, breaks in time. Boop, he popped up.
Yeah. Pop up. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. I think I think that that was crazy when he popped up like that. I was like, what are you doing? That did not look good. And I know that, no,
but the art of selling is making me believe you got hurt by the hit, not making me believe that a hit may have occurred, right? Like jerking your head back is not the sell. The sell is the coming back forward and being like, the fucking facial expressions, the slapping their knees and looking frustrated because they're trying to get feeling back and all that bullshit, right?
Yeah.
The kind of things that when you're younger, you have a hard time believing people. Like as a kid, you'd get mad when people would tell you wrestling was fake, because you're like, no, I'm watching it. They're hurt.
It's real.
I can see how hurt they are. You know what I mean? Like at this point, if anyone tells a kid it's not real, they're like, I know. Like there's no kid that's buying it. You know what I mean?
I
mean, to a degree, some like the kids will always want to see what they want to see, but like I do think that there's a definite art of the sell of making us believe that pain is happening due to something that had occurred in the ring and not just falling flat and laying there. That's how I'm selling. I'm laying down because I got slammed down. You're like, no, the sell is that you're supposed to hold your head or you're supposed to grimace, something that makes you go like, fuck. Like, and then the selling needs to be that we're online trying to figure out if this person got hurt during the match or not. That's the sell, right?
Yeah,
but Io and Rhea doesn't have a problem doing that. Io significantly does. And the other thing is that Io, she is so soft the way she hits and stuff that Rhea looks like she's overselling.
Yeah.
Because Io is so underperforming in the striking. So like for me, it's just they are two opposites. Rhea is too much bigger and stronger. Io is so much smaller and weaker that when Io does a fucking Hurricane Rana to Rhea, I don't even buy it.
Yeah, it's like,
you know what I think of too is I think of like when Rey Mysterio wrestled against Kevin Nash and tried to do a Hurricane Rana, and Nash just grabbed him and held him, and then he fucking slams him down, and it's all like, because he's a big dude. Yeah. You're gonna have to work his knees and stuff. A lot of these bigger wrestlers, especially the women, and because they don't have the same options as men, right? Rhea and Raquel are Rhea and Raquel. They've got Jade. You know what I mean? They've got Charlotte. Who else do they have that's going to stand next to them and look that believable, that strong, right? Tiffany can get away with it because she's so jacked. Roxanne's done a really good job of working small but looking tough. Lyra looks like she can really she looks like she can carry these women because she's like thick with her legs like full of muscle. Jordan Grace will be that when she gets there, hopefully. But yeah, at a certain point, I was just like, I'm not watching Rhea trying so hard to make Io look good again,
Yeah.
and Io selling like a cartoon. So I fast forwarded till Naomi came out, and Naomi fucking busted her nose in her match, and it was hard to tell. I mean, I want to say fault. Like, I don't want to blame anybody on this one, because it was one of those all like poor timings more than anything. Naomi, clearly she's holding the chair sideways and goes to hit Jade off of the edge of the ring, and at the same time she does that, Jade hits the chair because she's fucking bumping, right? Well, she hit the top of the chair, and so the top of the chair came down and smacked Naomi right in the fucking face. But it also looked like Naomi was pushing from the bottom and Jade was hitting up top, and so I think they both just kind of miscued that and fucking popped and broke the top of her nose, and she started bleeding. And when she came out, still with blood dripping down her, cashing in, she looked like such a fucking monster. It was so great. Yeah, and then she won it, and we were super fucking happy. But to me, you're having some of the greatest women's wrestling. You're having the crowd chant, "This is wrestling. This is awesome. Women's wrestling." These are all chants that are happening during the triple threat alone, before we even got to match 2. You know, you're having all this happen here, and then on the flip side, you got Tony Storm thanking Mercedes Monet for having tasty lips, and you go, okay, who do you want me to take seriously?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's kind of tough because, like you said, Tony and Mercedes are my 2 favorite women's wrestlers who are not in WWE right now. For those 2 to do that whole angle,
yeah,
I was all like, all right, I'll see you when I see you. Like, that really doesn't fucking entice me for the match that I was looking forward to the most since both of you left WWE.
yeah, and
You
there
know?
it was, and it, yeah.
And then on the flip side, you have the greatest triple threat I've seen in years.
Yep.
By any
And
gender.
you've been hating fucking triple threats and all that bullshit for a while.
Yeah.
And
How many triple threats and fatal 4-ways have we had in the last 6 months that I've come on and said it was fucking horseshit, awful? Again, here we go.
I think almost every single one, and there's quite a few. Feels like there's like 1 or 2 every week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was going into this thinking, well, at least they're good wrestlers, so I'm going to like it to a degree, but I was not looking forward to this match because it was another triple threat.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the camera shots were amazing. The hits were stiff.
Nice.
They did such a great job with people coming in from out of nowhere. You know, those ones? Like, there's a whole spot where Lyra's got Becky in like a pinning predicament, but Lyra's doing kind of a arch, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then 1, 2, and fucking Bailey comes crashing down on Lyra. Mm-hmm. Lyra does not take the bump early or anything, so you just see fucking bodies crumble, and it looks so good that we're both like, ow!
Ouch.
The finish was incredible. I mean, the timing of it was so perfect that as soon as it happened, we both went, oh, that was good. Like, I was pissed because Becky won, and I didn't want her to win. But you can't argue with everything being on point.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. You know, coming up with, I feel like we're almost getting pay-per-view after pay-per-view or PLEs after PLEs after PLEs.
Yeah, we're getting.
Or am I crazy?
No, we're getting too much.
Yeah, I think we've been getting quite a bit. I mean, I don't know. It kind of also feels too. And then fucking AEW is all let me see if I can piss higher on the wall than you, WWE. Like, that's getting sickening. I do want to say that I think AEW's next one is Forbidden Door with New Japan. So I'm assuming that President Tanahashi with the good hair is going to insert himself into one of these matches. So it's the last time he ever wrestles in fucking in London. Obviously, the poster boy we all know who the poster boy of this show is at the O2. But let us not forget someone who is going to be at that show with his brand new belt. We will be seeing the best technical wrestler in the world, Zack Sabre Jr.
It could be good.
Yeah, I still want that rubber match of him and Danielson. We need it. And it has to be on some kind of Like it was in Japan, it was in Seattle, so there's got to be some kind of neutral ground. It's on.
Yeah.
Like, give the people what they want. I want that. I've been wanting that for a while. So yeah, and also I could also honestly like, I would love to see Ricky and Danielson wrestle again, but that's just me. I thought those were excellent matches. Yeah. No. But yeah. No.
Bret Hart is so fucking funny.
Oh, what'd he do?
I guess we'll have to see if this is real, but it was MZ Bret Hart on WWE referee Charles Robinson suffering a cracked rib from Goldberg's spear. The quote, again, I've not looked this up other than I've got a screenshot in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
It says, quote from Bret Hart, everyone he said, everyone in the arena is unsafe when he's around. That goes for wrestlers, referees, fans. I mean, even the popcorn guy needs to keep his eyes peeled. It's so good.
Oh my God. Oh Jesus.
So fucking funny.
Oh my God. Jesus. Oh my God. Yeah, I didn't realize that Charles Robinson, he broke his rib in that spot. I didn't realize that. I was
That's
like,
what
I'm like, brutal. I'm like, why does he always get like of any of the referees I've seen, he always suffers some of the worst damage. Him and Red Shoes, New Japan, the two of them. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Nobody in AEW. But I wish.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, is there anything else? I mean, the
No.
nice thing about having so many hours of wrestling, like I said, is we can kind of go through and cherry pick what we like, talk about why we didn't watch certain stuff.
Yep.
Roman Reigns is back. He came back on Raw.
OTC one.
The OTC one. We're gonna have a triple threat. Here's the other thing too. Fuck it. They opened up with we're gonna have a triple threat at SummerSlam. Io, Rhea, and Naomi. Super not looking forward to that. I really want Naomi to win.
Yeah.
I like Raquel and Roxanne a lot. You know, they do the best they can with the Kabukis. Oh, Lyra and Bailey in 2 out of 3 falls. What a good fucking match.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that yet, but it's on Raw and it's fucking worth the time.
Oh yeah. Good.
Really good. Let me see.
Lyra and Becky again at SummerSlam. I don't know how I'm feeling. It's been like, it almost feels like that's the match, and nobody else is going to be in that title scene. It's just the 3 of them. That's what it just feels like. But, you know.
Yeah, it just feels like that they're using Naomi to get the title back onto Rhea or something.
Yeah, that too.
I don't love it. Don't love it.
That too.
CM Punk beating Braun Breaker to get his match at SummerSlam against the champion. I don't have any desire to see Gunther and Punk.
No, you know what I want? I want fucking Gunther to fucking chop the fucking shit out of him. Just watch him fly across the ring. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, when we're talking about Gunther, and it's good you brought up Gunther again. Yeah, those chops that's real. That is real. It's brutal. It's real. It definitely sounds like a fucking shotgun going off. And yeah, I think there's a picture too. Were you showing that picture of the one where Gunther was giving someone a chop in his hand?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, when you get shit like that, that shit's real. Okay, people.
Yeah, well, they have one of Goldberg too now. Let me pull that one up.
Okay. But that shit is totally real. So when people tell you kids that, you know, or anybody that wrestling's not real, fucking show them Gunther. Okay? And then you tell me.
I got it.
Not even fucking, I mean, nothing compares to one of his fucking chops. Not even the fucking tsunami. Nothing. You know, some of those fucking holds Zack Sabre Jr. does to people, like really twisting them into a pretzel. No, none of those. Yeah.
What the fuck? Why are these websites starting to just fuck around with their photos? And instead of just fucking have your fucking JPEG, they're like, oh, we're gonna make it a web dot fucking.
I hate that.
Why?
I
It's
know
not
that's
even yours. Almost
I know.
always, it's not even your fucking photo.
that's the thing now with these fucking like these websites and whatnot. It's like, okay, you get all this shit like that, and I'm like, what's the point? You know? Oh, that Hello Kitty jersey is cute. That Padres one.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah. I can't believe you can't find it.
I can find it. I can't find a fucking JPEG of it.
Find
of fucking having to.
I'll let you try to find it. I have to go monitor something real quick. Hold on.
That doesn't even make sense. That you're telling me to go find something.
Go find something.
You're like, here, I won't be talking, but here you go. There we go. Right there. All right. I found it. And then I suppose we'll have to do last call after that. But there it is. Goldberg smiling as he takes Gunther's fucking chop. Monitor something, yes. You didn't even give me a topic. You said find a photo. I find it. And then there's no topic. Let me see. Let me scroll through Raw and see if there's anything on there. Let's see. OTC one is back. I don't know that I like him protecting Punk. I do think we're getting closer and closer to what I'd like to see, which would be at War Games this year when they do it. I want Roman, Jacob, the Usos, and Sammy against Solo, Tama, Tonga, Tala, and JC Mateo. I want to see like strict bloodline. And I know that because I brought that up to somebody else and their complaint was that like, wasn't that what they got last year? No, last year the bloodline had CM Punk and Bronson Reed in it. Like, why? They had no desire for them. So I'd like to see a clean one, but
holy shit. Looks like Goldberg's enjoying it.
He is.
Yeah.
Goldberg's like,
yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, Gunther was a perfect opponent to go out.
It was great. It was a great match. It was.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it. I mean, you know.
I don't think he should be complaining as much as he's complaining, if I'm honest.
Mm-hmm. Well, Phil Brooks and Gunther. I just hope Gunther kills him. I swear to God, if fucking Phil Brooks beats Gunther, that is fake. That's when you could say wrestling is fake. Yeah, you don't have this scrawny dude who who got his ass handed to him in UFC. Yeah, be this big man, this big Austrian man. No, that's fake. But yeah, I heard a rumor that WWE is interested in a certain person that I like producing backstage, and that Mr. Brooks he needs to be cordial.
It means nothing to me. You
Cabana.
Can't say shit.
Cabana.
The thing about having Cabana come through and produce?
Mm-hmm.
Has he shown any efficiency in producing before?
Yeah, he has. They really aren't looking at his Ring of Honor shit now, but it's stuff he's done in the past, though, too.
If I'm WWE, I bring in Colt just to rile up Punk. You know what I mean? The way they made him wrestle in Saudi Arabia, I would not only bring in Colt, but I would sit them down and tell Phil he has to apologize to Colt.
Yeah.
I would do that. I'd be like, apologize to him.
I would love to be in the room where it happens. So bad. I will pay if they did it live. I will pay top dollar to be fucking hard cam for that.
Yeah.
Because people will go, so animated. They're like, What the hell? Yeah, would become a meme, and that's fine. Like, oh hell no. Yep. And you would hear me yell, "That wasn't sincere enough."
Now, he didn't mean it. He didn't mean it.
He didn't mean it. He shoved a child. God damn it. Fucking hypocrite. He fucking went to Saudi and took that fucking money.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
And
I would make him do that too. Because in my mind, that first year of Phil was the WWE kowtowing to everything that he's wanted, right?
Yep.
So it's almost all like, hey, we're going to give you 1 year of exactly what you want. And then we're going to take a year where we get what we want.
Love it.
And then that third year that you're on contract for is up to however you handle that.
Yep. You'll probably implode by then. So yeah, we've gotten our money's worth. I think that WrestleMania was the last of what they were going to do for him.
Me too. I think from here on out, you better shit your pants.
Yep. Better shit your pants again. You better fucking mind your P's and Q's. Don't be fucking like with your fans right now. There are so many people who are very anti him right now, who were like, I was a really huge, fan of his. And again, it happened at that Fan Fest thing.
Yeah.
Again, same thing. This guy had all this shit to sign, and he said the guy couldn't even fucking give me 2 words.
Yeah. Just didn't say a single word. Pushed everything to him. Signed it and pushed it away.
What an asshole.
And at the same time, I'm finding clips of Rhea Ripley hugging some girl who finds her in a hallway.
Yeah.
As security's trying to push the girl away, Rhea's like, no.
Yep.
I'm watching Jacob Fatu at the same Fan Fest where a guy, an adult, so it's not like just about kids, an adult shows up dressed as Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
And Jacob starts laughing and high-fiving him, and he's all like, fuck yeah. And he's like so nice to this dude. They have like this whole moment together. Yeah. And they take their picture together going like this and stuff. And it's like, yeah. And at the end of the day, you're kind of like, yeah, because Jacob gets it. He's grateful for it. I have a fan, and he's looking at this fan too. He's wearing all his merch. He's wearing the Fatu jersey. He's wearing he's wearing a hat. He's got the glasses. He's wearing my merch. This guy is such a big fan of me. That he's going to be dressed like me. He's got the dreadlocks and everything. He's going to be dressed like me all day, wherever he goes.
Yep, that's the best. That's the best. And it's funny because if he really wanted
that kind of thing,
if he really wanted to Fatu it up, he could have put, like leggings on and fucking gotten a fucking sarong.
Yeah. Right? Do the old school MLW Jacob.
Yep.
Comes out there fucking ankle tape, barefoot.
Yep. Yep. Barefoot, the whole thing. No. I think a lot of them are very appreciative of it, and it's funny because even in its own way, like I think one of the people who, I don't know, I think that they're more than gracious and gives everyone is Cody.
Oh yeah.
More than
so many shows where security's like,
oh yeah, no, yeah.
No, security's like sitting there, and you can see the stagehand workers because I used to work stagehand, so I can see where they're at. I know where they go, and I'm like looking, and you see them all just like, because they just want to get to work and they can't because Cody's going around and making sure everybody gets a selfie that he can, like within reason. You know what I mean? Like he's not sitting there letting 300 people. He's kind of jumping around, getting all the kids, a couple of the adults, this and that. But like, he's not, he's, and I told you when I met him at the cigar thing, we're having a cigar together. And I keep trying to tell him about how walking into that event that weekend, that I wasn't a huge Cody Rhodes guy. I was like, yeah, he's all right. But then I saw him and have that match with his brother. And I'm trying to tell him, I was all like, everything you did out there was so incredible. I was like, you won me over as a fan. Like I'm a Cody guy now, and I was not going. I was like, I know it's not popular in this environment. This is kind of your deal, and I was like, but I want you to know that you did your job, man. Like you won over a new fan this weekend, and it's not just making your old fans happy; it's also getting new fans. And he like kept cutting me off, saying like, I did this one for my brother. I'm just so happy my brother got to experience this. I'm just so happy my brother got to have this. I wanted my brother to be able to perform in front of these fans. I wanted my brother to be able to feel that these guys' energy, like. He wouldn't stop talking about Dustin
Yeah.
And I was trying to put him over. Like, and I kept like fighting to put him over, and he kept fighting to be all like, no, it's about my brother. You got to think about my brother. You know what I mean? And then when I met his brother, like the next day, or was it later on in that day? Sitting there with a Band-Aid on his head because of the fucking gush that he had in the match. And he was getting choked up talking about how much that match meant to him. And about how that's the only match he's ever wanted.
Yeah.
That's it. That he went, he's like, he told me this. He goes, I pitched that exact match to Vince 4 times. And he's like, for 4 different WrestleManias. And all he could say was, people don't want to see brothers fight. And he's all like, you tell me. He goes, was that a fight worth watching? And I was like choked up too, because he was choked. It was like this, it meant so much to him. So it was like just cool to see. But again, yeah, it's just putting over Cody more that he's so selfless that he couldn't take a compliment of like, you won me over as a fan, dude. Like, I wanted to meet you. I thought you were cool, but I wasn't like a big Cody guy. And then after that, I was like, no, I'm a fucking Cody guy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I mean, him and the original All In, him and the Bucks and Hangman too.
You and the fucking Bucks, dude.
They're good Christian boys. Okay. Shit. Okay. I love the fucking Young Bucks. Okay. I love them. I love the Young Bucks. Yes, they're very choreographed and whatever, but the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick, are very good people. Very good people.
I've heard very nice things about them. And then even in the Cody and KO podcast, they went heavy about how good the Bucks were to both of them.
Yeah.
And how good they were, and that was all Cody said was like, if you can get yourself connected to these guys, if you can hitch your wagon to them a little bit, they're going to take care of you. They're going to make sure that you're okay. Like, and that was just kind of it. And then it was like, Cody, like, out to the fucking Young Bucks being like, Kevin Steen said you guys were cool. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it didn't play out exactly like that way, but I'm sure there's a part
I'm sure it was. I'm sure that's how. I mean, it was, and especially like a lot of people, especially those who were around in the ROH days when they were there. A lot of those, like all of those guys, that's a real tight knit circle of those guys. And, it is what it is, but I think they're very good people. It's unfortunate that all that bullshit happened, but you know what? Honestly, in my opinion, they were in the right to do that because they were sticking up for a friend of theirs, and finally someone stood up to motherfucking Phil. But I don't know, but I really think that they stopped. Like Cody took a selfie with people were running down, like, but he made sure he took selfies with almost everybody, not everybody, but he did. Hangman had stopped because then the ring crew, come on, people, what are you fucking doing? We need to get this shit out of here, and then so I was just like, okay, I have Cody, okay, cool. Hangman would have been nice, but he was like on the other side of the ring, so he wasn't gonna get to where I was. I was fortunate because I was fortunate because Cody was like, nope, I'm keeping going and whatever. And so
speaking of your boys,
my boys,
did I haven't been able to I didn't super dig in, but I heard that there's 2 announcements that I want to know if you know about. One, if you don't know the answer to this, I'll get it from Stackhouse, because on an indie show recently, Nick Gage came out to address his future.
I didn't know about that.
Okay. The other one was, I heard that Cole made an announcement about his future.
Yes.
So I don't know what that is apart from, I assume he's injured again.
Okay. Well, it was at All In. He was supposed to, can't remember. He was supposed to wrestle for, I think he was the TNT champion.
Yeah.
Vacate. So
he vacated it? Wow.
Yeah. So then they had the match, and that's why Dustin, now speaking of Rhodes people, is
I
the
did see
champ.
he had the title. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even
Mhm.
think about where he got the title from. I just saw that Dustin had won that title.
Mhm.
Did not even occur to me. But yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm. So he comes out, and he's basically like, I'm not cleared to wrestle, and it was pretty much the if you read between the lines, it was like, this is career ending, because he was just so visibly upset, and you can see his voice cracked a couple times. But it was really interesting because and this is what I wanted to kind of talk about earlier, but remember when AEW, we're talking about it on episode 1, was really, they had that whole thing where it seemed like every show or every other show someone got injured.
Yeah.
I think they're back to that again. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because, okay, he took this move from Kyle Fletcher. They were outside the ring, and he did this like kind of almost like a power bomb that he basically threw Adam Cole, and it was at the hardest part of the ring right there. He hit his head so hard.
I remember when that happened, and a bunch of people were slow playing it and slow rolling it and saying, look, he barely missed. Look how good it is.
No.
He missed it by an inch. All that shit.
He hit it. He hit it.
Do we know that that's the move that it happened on?
Mm-hmm. Because he's already had, I think he's had before issues with CTE. I could be wrong.
Yeah, he had some pretty bad CTE issues.
Yeah. And
like, because him and Britt were talking about that on a thing where he was like just getting nauseous and like couldn't stand up some days, and a bunch of shit like that was going on. Like,
yeah. So I think that, I don't want to say that he's like a frail person. He's a tiny dude,
he's small.
But the thing that with me and those kind of spots, right? People are like, oh, it's an accident. But my thing is, it's like Kyle Fletcher is so fucking massive compared to an Adam Cole, right? So he could have misjudged the distance.
Ooh.
Because really, honestly, I'm like, he probably should have hit it with like his shoulders, if anything.
Look, there's a million miscalculations that can happen that can make something like that go wrong or right.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little tough for us as I mean, we may be adamant watchers who watch very closely very often, but it might be a little much for us to presume exactly what went wrong there, but something certainly went wrong.
I think when people, like, someone had tried to tell me that Ricky's throat injury was fake. I'm like, no. If you look,
gross.
If you look at it, he can't fucking breathe, and he's fucking like not drooling. Yeah, there was like drool. He's trying to fucking, yeah. I'm like, you can tell that's not fake.
Not look good. Not look easy.
And if so, then he's the ultimate fucking seller then.
Which we have said that's the goal. Make me believe you got hurt.
We believe it. But no, he was. So, it was real. It was real. And, if you don't want to believe it, then, because what would he, why would he need like a couple of weeks off? He just fucking spent almost a year fucking sitting on his couch.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. So why? Doesn't make sense to me, but is what it is. So I think
because we were talking about it, we kind of glazed over a little bit. Well, we talked about it, but like Seth Rollins' injury too.
Yeah.
He's not the only one injured right now. There's a lot of guys injured. Rey Mysterio's still out with injury.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Kevlar about it, and he brought up something, and I couldn't help but agree that he feels like we're seeing a lot more injuries from the WWE side because they're not doing house shows like they used to. Like these live event shows that are untelevised are happening few and far between at this point, if at all. And you need to be springy. You need to be aware. You have to, like Undertaker talked about it, how it was harder for him to wrestle once a year than it was for him to wrestle 300 times a year because you have to build up certain tolerances and stuff. And that, they talk about the bumping weight. The Rock talks about how he wasn't as lean when he was a wrestler because he said he couldn't be as lean as a full-time wrestler. That you needed a little bit of something to land on, something to absorb some of the impact to keep it from being bad and devastating. And if a lot of these guys are getting leaner and leaner and not wrestling more than once or sometimes 2-3 times a month, it feels like you get a little more prone to shitty things happening. That's nobody's fault, even.
Yeah, it's funny because I was looking at like, okay, who's injured right now? Well, Juice Robinson came back at all in. Obviously, Eddie's not coming back. He's slowly coming back, but I don't see Eddie coming back till maybe the end of the year at earliest. Kingston.
He's injured? I thought he was just
he had a torn pec, torn ACL, and he was a torn ACL.
Damn.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Buddy Matthews is still is injured.
I think sometimes too it's to their detriment where like some of these guys feel like they're gonna prove that they aren't injury prone, or they're like with Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai. Sometimes I wondered if they went too hard too fast when they came back to prove that they weren't going to get injured again, and then they would injure again, and you'd be like, just sometimes you got to protect yourself. I think I mean, I don't know, right? Like I said, we're dumb fans on the internet. We're not somebody to be taken seriously in a lot of those regards, but
obviously Jay White, who knows when he's coming back. Orange Cassidy, I'm kind of like, thank God he's not on my TV every week. I was getting really sick of him.
He's hurt? That's fine.
Yeah. Torn pec. Mark Davis got injured again. Broken foot. God, he's injury prone. Keith Lee, apparently he's healthy. He had to have double knee surgery, apparently. But he's healthy, and he doesn't know why he's not on the card.
Keith Lee said that?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Said that. Yeah, just said that recently. Wardlow, they're still listing as he's injured. Yeah, he's been injured since 2004. Okay. Doing that Ricky Starks treatment. Okay.
If Wardlow is injured, why would he be on American Gladiators? He's injured, can't work. He's an American Gladiator now. Well,
he's American Gladiator now. So
too injured to be a gladiator.
Yeah. And then Rio still has a fractured arm and she's out. Sky Blue's returning slowly. Matt Sydal, foot injury, la. So, I mean, they have their fair share of injuries, but it seems like WWE now is taking their turn in let's have injuries. Like Liv and, and Seth now. And I don't even know. Like, it's not like, it feels like almost like that's kind of the change over there. Now,
the Liv one was fucking bad. Dude, for Seth and Liv to both be out right now is so bad because so many stories revolve around those two people. You want to talk about pillars, right? Pillars are the type where you can not just rely on when you need them, but you can rely on them to help everyone else turn, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like a pillar, like when you talk about the pillars of AEW, I always thought it was so silly because I was like, these are people who are in their own little worlds, right?
They were.
Seth and Liv are pillars because everything is around them, right? Liv is pushing the Raquel story, the Roxanne story, the Finn Balor story, the Dominic story, which impacts the Intercontinental Championship, the Tag Team Championships. You know what I mean? Like, they were pushing the Kabuki Warriors through that as well. The Kairi Sane story, the Rhea Ripley story is a part of that. That's all around one person. Seth Rollins, not as many people, but still. Roman story involves him. CM Punk, the Braun Bronze, Paul Heyman. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot going on in his circle as well. So it's kind of like when those two go down, you're like, well, what's going to happen to about 15 other people right now? And it's not often you hear about an injury and worry about 15 more people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
that's where we're at.
Yeah, it's bad because then you also have to throw in the briefcase.
Yep, money in the bank
thing. Like what were you, like what is he, like, what's going on with that? I think that it's just more of, it's complicated, a lot of things, but then it's good for some people. Like right now, Roxanne, it's great for her. She's in a great position right now.
She was in a position where she could step into it. You know?
That too. But also, it's kind of like, okay. But I don't know. We'll see. This is a weird thing. The morning. Oh yeah, Adam Cole. Who else is it? No, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a whole slew of people, and it's kind of hard. So there's certain people I'd love to be on that injured list. So that's just me. I could deal with that without some people. Yeah. And I think you're right. People do rush back from injury.
I think they rush back, and I think they go hard. And I think that sometimes that, like, they're trying to prove something and they inadvertently hurt themselves again.
Yeah.
I mean, because I feel like I don't think that's too big of a stretch. I feel like we've all been in those positions where we're trying to prove something to ourselves and to others and end up disproving it all, being like, well, God damn it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I think Guevara was one, and he's one that has had so many fucking concussions. And I love when he says that the fucking back of his head is like a fucking road map. All the scars and whatnot. And I mean, like, he's one CT away from fucking retirement or not being able to walk. The one, too, who really fucking tries to hide it is Ocean Spray. But I love that he now acknowledges the fact that he has neck problems that stem from one of what I would say the greatest match he's had, in my opinion. It did get 5 stars from Meltzer. 2018 Sakura Genesis versus Marty Scurll. That match stands the test of time. And you see the spot with it, and it was all Will. So if people want to blame Marty, nope, it was Will doing too much extra. Okay, and it knocked him fucking out. And why we didn't get this is because New Japan did not, at that time, didn't want Marty to have the belt. Don't know why, but that was when his villain club and all that shit was going strong. That's just money.
Firing off.
Yeah, it's one of the things. But no, Nick Gage, I hadn't heard about that. When did he do that? Last week, or
it was about a week or so ago. I'll find out. I'll reach out and see what it was, because I was expecting to see clips of it going around, and I even brought it up in the Sam chat because I thought that those guys would be all over it, and I even posted a picture saying, "Hey, is anybody going to be watching this?" And no one said anything. So
here's a little thing I looked up. He's not retiring from wrestling. He did confirm that he had gone to rehab and had a break with GCW. He said that GCW will always be his home, and him and Brett are still friends. He talked about, he just was talking about the rehab and being very open with it. So that's good. I kind of had heard those rumors that she,
well, his wife passed.
Yeah. And his wife passed too. Yeah.
Yeah. That was probably tough. I remember as soon as I heard it, she passed, I was worried about him.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I was all like, oh shit. Like,
yeah.
That's if anyone's going to relapse for any reason, that's a fucking reason right there.
Yeah.
You know, so I was worried. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of indies, we did not touch on this. There is now a new indie god.
Matt Cardona.
Not anymore.
No, it's Matt Cardona.
Nope. He got beat. The new indie god is Shotzi Blackheart.
Can't believe you're going to say that shit.
She beat him last weekend. Why are you...
Fucking shitsy shard heart. I'm kidding. I fucking love Shotzi. I got a picture.
Yeah,
I got a fucking painting of her right here. That's an original piece of Rob Schamberger. That's a 101.
Nice.
That's a literal watercolor from Schamberger. It's gonna be impossible to put back up, so I won't. But yeah, I'm a Shotzi fan. I know. I want her to sign in between those horns so bad.
You can get it.
Now that she's back on the indies, I think it's possible.
Oh, totally. Doing GCW a lot. you know. So yeah, it's total possibility.
GCW's only come through New Mexico once.
Mm.
I don't know why.
I don't know.
But
they won't come back to.
But that's a good point,
Bay
though.
Area.
If she's doing GCW, she might be at that Phoenix show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I could get her to just sign right between those two horns. Because the thing is this, and if Schamberger's watching this, he'll be pissed. Schamberger's put a whole bunch of stuff about how you don't want them to sign the actual piece because the art is the art, right? You don't want anything to spill over or cross over, and you got to have reverence for the art and all that. And I get that. As an artist, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But that would look so fucking good. The little signature right in there. And if she did it with if I brought the right fine point thing, not a big paint pen, not a fucking fat ass Sharpie, one of those micro pens with the point to it. Look, be careful. It's an original art piece. Sign carefully there. I think she would, and I think it would be sick.
Yeah. Don't try to go to Hood Slam and get her to do it. Oh boy.
Why is she crazy at Hood Slam?
Well,
covered in blood, dude. Can you imagine a couple drops of blood on that? That would fucking bother me.
I know it wouldn't bother you.
Sorry, Rob.
Fucking, yeah, Rob would be able.
Rob's like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Rob to do Ricky.
He can't now.
What?
Schamberger can't. He can only do AEW right now.
Oh, that's right. She did Ricky when Ricky was there, but that's okay. That's okay.
No, he can't now.
Yeah.
He only does a few people, or he's only doing the one company at a time. And the thing is, this is like, I love Schamberger. Obviously, I got a bunch of Schambergers behind me. Mm-hmm. The way they release them now is like 50 at a time. I'm just not into the chase of it that way. I wanted to be able to get the pieces I wanted, the prints I wanted, and now it's like a chase. We're only doing 50 prints. You're only doing like 10 signed ones or whatever. And I'm all like, I'm not trying to fuck around with all that. So I just let it go. And to be honest, I like the ones I got kind of more than a lot of the other ones I see. So I'm not like super pissed about it. And I'm not trying to talk shit on the guy. He's doing his own thing. Yeah. But yeah, I'm hoping to run into Shotzi.
Yeah, you will. I know you will. I know you will. You will. You'll get that signed. Just like eventually I'm going to get these fucking Ricky Saints cards signed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you not write it? Have you been practicing? I know it's new, but you gotta get it under control. It still looks a little weird. After you show me that other one, I'm like, yeah, you should have just kept the fucking Starks. You own the fucking name anyway. They're not gonna make money off of it because you own it.
Yeah, that's why they won't use it.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of it.
Yeah,
but
you know,
was there anything else going on?
No. The only other thing is, I think now it's one of those things of, okay, we got to brace ourselves for fucking SummerSlam. I can't remember. Do they do a PLE for NXT during SummerSlam weekend? Sometimes.
We'll have to see. I don't know.
I don't think they've announced anything, but I think TNA Slammiversary is this weekend. So a lot of fucking NXT things going on there. You've got the winner take all, Masha and JC Jane. You've got Trick in that triple threat for the TNA championship against your favorite Joe Hendry. I do believe in Joe Hendry. And Mike Santana. And then I think there's another crossover match. Can't remember what it is, but there is another crossover one. But yeah, that's what's going on in this weekend. If you're curious, I'm trying to think of what else there is. Oh yeah, so I think it's like September 20th or something like that. It's GCW at the UCC in LA. I think I have to go to that. Oh yeah. So, but you know, yeah, that's the wrestling life. I mean, honestly, there's so much of it. It's almost like sickening. There's too much. So when people are like, "Oh, there's not enough," well, guess what? You ask for it. There's good, there's bad, there's whatever. But I like the fact that yes, I can pick whatever I want to see, because quite honestly, Great American Bash, after Ricky fucking lost, I'm like, oh, fuck this. I turned it off for a little while. I did not go on to All In or anything like that. I just turned it off. I was like, wrestling right now. Ugh. Why would they do that to Ricky? Anyways.
It's been so easy to walk away from stuff at this point, but it's also been like,
yeah,
the stuff that's good is incredible, and the stuff that's not hitting is easy to ignore, and I am into that.
And you know what's sad? Is sometimes I'm finding more joy in going back and watching old things.
You know, producer lady just said that to me the other day. Is I told her about how sick I've been of so much stuff, and she said, "What if you and Amanda went back and started reviewing old stuff, just to get a refresher on things that you guys liked and things you wanted?" And I even told her about how there was a period of time, and I didn't finish it, but I was going through the original run of Mick Foley when he got to WWE as Mankind, the first run-ins, the first couple matches, all that stuff, just to watch, you know, the Mankind character go from all that brown to corporate Mankind. That was the arc I was watching.
Yeah.
And the other one I was watching and taking notes on was Charles Robinson in the Little Nate character arc, the one where he teams with Ric Flair. He, you know, fights against Macho. Ric Flair goes into a mental institution. Robinson for WCW becomes the interim president of WCW. Like, it's this whole crazy shit. And it was so fun. And I have a note somewhere of like all the different nitros and at what minute markers is Robinson popping up. And I was going through and watching those. And
that's awesome.
I don't know. I don't think it's a bad idea to go through and like.
It's not. I think we should definitely watch something from Hard Times, because that's when we met. I don't want to
just review Hard Times.
Yeah.
You know,
we could do that. And the fucking, I wish somewhere they would fucking release that fucking interview that Sean Mooney did with fucking Aldis.
It was so good.
It was so good. So good. So good with him and Marty. Oh, so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me to piss off Aldis. Yeah. I get them all mad. All of them. But you know what? That's wrestling. And, you know, I'm sure these guys love it when fans fucking, you know, some people don't like it, but, you know, I know the one person I know who I'm pretty sure does not like me. Well, he's a shithead anyway. It's fucking Will Ospreay. Eat a dick. And yes, people, he assaults women. I know.
It's true. It was on footage.
Yep, I have footage. I should have fucking gone to the cop. The cop would have been all, well, you were kind of asking for it. I said, no, I did not. I did not. Did not ask for it. No. I'm like, is that what we do? Is that what we do to domestic violence people? You tell the woman, like, oh yeah, you were asking for it. No. Now, if I had touched him first, yeah. But once he fucking assaulted me, I was about to go ham. I should have. I would have said, cop, arrest me. Take me to the pokey. I am okay with that. So,
well,
we know where we can find Marsh.
Yep. I'm all over.
Yep. You know where you can find me. But you know where you can find us. Is you can find us maybe Wednesday. I don't know. Whatever day we decide to fucking come on.
Yeah.
Who knows? For another episode 1 of Wrestling on the Rocks. Guys, that is last call.
Cheers.
Producer Lady here. Thanks for tuning in. Continue to support and buy us a drink by putting the I in subscribe and reviewing our podcast. And cheers.
I would never have a drink